1. Hey, what is going on? We are live tonight in the Lair doing a collaborative adventure creation live stream for you folks. So here's the deal. Several weeks ago, several streams ago, I think probably about 2 months ago, we began creating an adventure called the Beholden Temple on this channel. And we are very, very close to doing it. We have like 1.5 rooms left to create in this thing, and this will be totally done. So I'm like really excited to get cracking on this. So we're going to be doing that tonight. Now here's the thing too. We only have a little bit left to go, I think. I'm optimistic that not only will we be able to finish the adventure tonight, but we're probably also going to be able to do some question and answer at the tail end of the stream. So if that's more of your piece of cake, piece of pie, whatever that expression is, then we'll be doing that. So I like the question and answer stuff. I think that's fun, but we're going to finish this bad boy off. We're so very, very close. Now, if you have missed out on the previous streams where we created this thing, don't worry about it. I don't know if it's worth going back and watching it. But what you can do is down in the description, there is a link to the adventure that we have created so far. So you can download that bad boy. You can see where we are. Once we are finished with this adventure tonight, I will be updating that link with the new fleshed out adventure with the maps and all of the descriptions and all that kind of garbage that we create. And you guys will be able to use that in your own games and whatnot. And I will probably also turn what we created together into something that we can put out like on Drive-Thru RPG or something like that. So that should be fun as well. So we got that going on. And tonight we will be doing a giveaway. I have these little cool things. They're called tactical tokens. The focus on cameras, this camera is horrible with the focal distance. But we're going to be doing a little giveaway of some stuff tonight. It's these bad mamma jammas right here. And that giveaway will be coming up toward somewhere in the stream, so you can look forward to that. It is going to be people here live in the stream are going to be those eligible to participate in that giveaway. So folks who are here live, that is my token of appreciation to you for hanging out with me. And I got a cat already down here bothering me, rubbing against my leg. So that's what's going on down there. So adventure creation, giveaway, and question and answer in the second half. That's what we got going on tonight. I'm like looking at my notes down here. Make sure I don't forget anything. So that's what's up right there. Let us jump in. Let's see who we got hanging out with us tonight. We got Philip. What up, Philip? Okay, Sven Silverman. I'm pretty sure that every time like I see you in the stream, I'm always like, you know, trying to do your name properly. One of these days, I'm gonna have you send me like we'll have a Discord chat. Make sure I'm pronouncing your name right. Joel, good to see you, buddy. Thank you, Joel, for joining us. F. Huber, Wiggles, 4 Elemental. Who else we got? Troom Mate. What up, Trooms? Zero Risk. What up, dude? All in the house tonight for some adventure creation. Sweetness. I'm sporting my Grand Con shirt tonight, if you all can see that. Grand Con is going to be coming up in August-ish, I think, in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I will be there hanging out, running some games, playing some. I'm going to try to play some Call of Cthulhu. I am digging Call of Cthulhu. I also have, at the last convention I went to, Marmalade Dog, not too long ago, I played the original Dungeons & Dragons with a dude called Larry Hamilton, who has has a YouTube channel called... gosh, now I forgot his channel name. Choke. I forget his name. Follow Me and Die is his channel name. So I played some original D&D with this dude. Lots of fun. And we also played a D&D. So that was like this, nostalgic throwback and stuff like that. That was at Marmalade Dog. So anyway, I will be checking some. Hopefully there's some more of that sort of stuff at Grand Con. But anyway, yeah. So there's an unofficial announcement. If anybody lives in the Michigan area is going to be hanging out in Grand Con, Grand Rapids, y'all, we can hang out and play some D&D. So there you go. Alrighty. Wiggles says maybe the giveaway could include plane tickets as well as cool tokens. Yeah, dude. Once I'm like super famous and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and I'm making in like the killer cash on YouTube, then like I'll be throwing in tickets and stuff. But until that day happens, y'all just gonna have to drive or whatever. Tactical coffee. All right, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna do a very quick recap of our adventure so far. Let me get this bad boy up on the screen for y'all. So, Bam! All right, so this is what we got going on so far. We have 10 pages of notes in this little adventure, this little shindig. Let me show you the map, actually. So this is the map that we'll be using tonight. This map is generously provided by Justin David Russell over at Epic Work Studio. You guys can, I'm going to try to zoom in here. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom into his name. All right, so he's got like a Patreon and junk, and this is the website. And really, the best thing is random encounters over on. Well, you go to his Patreon. I got links to all of his stuff down in the description as well. But you go to his Patreon, and you can get his maps for free. They're just there, dude. And his Instagram account, he's giving maps away pretty much every single day. There's a new map. I get notifications from this dude, and like sometimes I get 2 or 3 maps a day. So this guy is just pumping out some sweet maps. So check his stuff out. You can follow him and get his stuff no charge at all. It's really cool. The guy's generous. So check his stuff out. But the map we are using tonight that we have been using for some time now was provided by that dude over there. So show him some love, give him some props, and whatnot. So this is the map. Basically what we got going on here is we have a temple. It was a temple to Torm. And if you were in my Sword Coast Guard group, you will be saying, Hell Torm, right about now. That's from our game, actually. Temple of Torm, and it has been converted into a evil temple to, who was it? Orcus, an evil temple to Orcus. This adventure has to do with a necromancer who is I think he's trying to get enough power to bring back his dead wife, is what we had decided in our storyline. There is a mind witness in there working with him, and a Ublex, or however you pronounce that, in there working with him. And there's lots of undead and cultists and cool stuff like that. So that is the synopsis of the adventure so far, and we're really on to, I'm going to zoom in just a tidgeon there, and we're really on to creating the contents of T11, the Necromancer's Quarters. We got halfway through it, and then we called it quits, and a couple streams ago, and then we have to flesh out this T12. Now, what's going to be in T12 is the Ublex, so we're going to flesh out some details about that. And I think I want to do some random encounters. We'll develop a few random encounters that we can use, or we can put in the adventure for people if they want to use it and whatnot. And we have a little bit of loot left. Like, here's our Word document with our handy-dandy book notes, heading levels. There are a few things left in our loot list that we're going to want to distribute these. If you remember, I think we did it was like a couple streams ago, or well, maybe before that, we rolled on the loot tables in Dungeon Master Guide, and we got the loots. So there we go, and that's what we're doing tonight. So that's the synopsis. That's where we're going. We're going to jump in, and we're going to get cracking on this bad boy here. So first thing we got going on, and remember, alls, this is a collaborative adventure creation live stream. I can create adventures on my own whenever I want to, right? You all are here because I want your contributions, I want your thoughts and all that kind of cool stuff, so that we can come up with something together that is probably a lot better than what I would be able to do on my own. And that is the idea here. What else was I going to say? The drawback to this is that, like, I can only use, like, certain ideas. If we say what's in this room and I get like 20 responses, there's really only way I can only pick one of them, right? So if you don't get picked, it's not like getting picked last at recess, folks. It's just the nature of the game. I can only do one thing. So don't feel bad. Anyway, contribute, get some ideas here. We have the Necromancer's Quarters. Basically what we got going on here is there's like a flight of stairs here, and there's a throne, and the Necromancer is sitting in the throne, and there are some zombie guards in the room. And where we had left off with him was role-playing him. Basically, we have set the scene so far to have the Necromancer just sitting there, and he's got his zombie bodyguards. But we have not put any information there about how to roleplay this guy. This is Malik Fargazer. There's no role-playing information. There's nothing like, does he taunt them? Does he attack out of the gate? I think that would be boring if he just attacked right away. So we want to try to get some role-playing information. I'm interested to know what ideas you guys have about that. If you want to start throwing some ideas in there, like what should he do? What should he say? Remember, he's doing all of this to get powerful to bring his wife back. And that is his primary goal and focus. But these adventurers are in his temple, invading and killing and destroying his stuff, thwarting his plans. So he's probably not going to be too happy about that either. But his goal is not just to murder and slaughter. He has a real, actual driving motive. So there you go. got some stuff going on in the stream. I'm looking at the stream, trying to see what's going on in the stream. Okay, Sven says I'm pretty close. Oh, it's a made-up name. All right, cool. So I'm not like butchering your real name. That's cool. Yeah. F. Huber says, like, once I get his popular's Critical Role. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Not gonna happen. Wiggles says there's an ocean blocking your road. Oh, man. That sucks, dude. Can you just drive over the land bridge? Like, up through, like, the North Pole, Alaska and stuff? Isn't there, like, a land bridge over there? Chock full of monsters and traps. Ooh, monsters and traps. Oh, dude, that's not a bad idea. Oh, there should be a trap. We should put some sort of trap in T12. Have we done a trap? I swear, we must have put a trap somewhere in this dungeon. I just don't remember. We've been working on this thing for so long. I have no idea what some of the stuff we've done and what we haven't done. So there you go. But we can put a trap maybe in T12 or something. I think that would be fun. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. Nobody's bullying anybody. Michelle, I'm not bullying. I'm not a bully. I hate bullies. I beat bullies up. I literally hate bullies. They really upset me. I don't like that. Make a room with a cylindrical object on the table beside a rectangular object. Just a confusing thing. All right. There was a trap in the torture room. Okay. What did we do in the torture room? I forget now. Let me find the torture room. We did? I don't remember one being in there. I think we had something. We had something in the contemplation cell, maybe T7, where fog came out, and then a vampiric mist came out of the room, and like was gonna follow the PCs around and attack them at an opportune time. Oh, okay. Michelle says it's from a joke I said earlier. Okay, that's cool. This is the nature of live streams for me. Like, I can't read everything, right? And so I'll just like zero in on one thing that somebody said, and I'll be like, oh, with no context, I'll just start, talking and responding to it. So that's cool. Paul's in the house. What up, dude? Truemate thinks there was a door closing thing, maybe a different room. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not going to dig through it. We're moving forward. The future on the horizon. The past is the past. But we need some role-playing stuff. I mean, for this dude, that's where we're at. 12, I know we like broke off context from like last week and crap like that, but treasure will be fun. What's this guy gonna do? So they walk in, and what does he want? His goals are to get his wife back and to get powerful. So, I mean, he might be motivated to bargain with them, obviously. Maybe they would, I mean, if they could work for him or be so inclined or something, I mean, he's probably going to kick off some sort of talk or negotiations with them. He's not just going to kill them outright, right? So we want something like that. So we'll say something around the lines of, since Malik's goals are to gain power and bring back his wife from the dead, he is inclined to talk with the heroes, with the adventurers first. All right. What kind of things would he offer them? Like, you guys are all on traps. I'm trying to like figure out how to role play the big bad, and you all talking about traps. Let's focus tonight. I want to get this done. We can do a trap if we have time. We'll do a trap somewhere after we get this guy done. All right, okay. Truemate's got something here. Cheddar Monkey, what at the house? What up the house, man? I totally slaughtered that greeting. Let me try that again. Let's start over. Let's rewind. Cheddar Monkey, what up? I screwed it up. Cheddar Monkey in the house, what up? That's how the line was supposed to go. Anyway, what up, dude? Truemate says his long years of working with the undead has left him rather paranoid, but is friendly and inviting until he finds someone has no use, then they are zombie food. I like it. I love it. You know what I'm doing here, buddy? This is a copy-paste job. Truemate got copy-pasted into my adventure. Not Truemate himself. I'm not going to clone him. I've never met him in person. Seems like a cool guy, but I'm not quite ready to clone him just yet. I think my webcam is doing the flashy thing again. If the webcam flashy thing becomes a problem, you guys all let me know, because I know how to reset that. It's done this to me before. I'm like, that's great. I do like an hour of testing before the stream to make sure everything's all tight, and then it's like during the stream it's like, guess what, Luke? I'm gonna flash on you and screw your stream up. Yeah, well, I figured how I got that guy fixed. All right, Michelle says she's watched the first hour, the first session of this. What do I need to know? It is a temple. It is run by a necromancer. He is a worshiper of Orcus. There are undead in it. He has cultists. He is stealing memories from nearby townsfolk using the Ublex or the Oblex in order to gain power. Basically what he wants to do is he wants to summon Orcus back into the world in the hopes that doing so he will be given power to get his wife back from the dead. That is the synopsis for you, Michelle. Tactical Tokens in the house. What up, dude? Welcome, welcome. He has a wrench by his name. Oh, he's like, what is that? Builder Bob. Tactical Tokens? Builder Bob. Actually, I think he's a mod. I think that's what that means. Look at me, professional YouTuber. I don't even know what the symbols mean. Mike's in the house. What up, dude? All right, so to put a twist on the villain, he is limp. What do you mean he's limp? Like, he's paralyzed? Like, he can't move from his throne? Like, he has to have a zombie carry him around? Like, they have a little basket they carry? I like that. He has a basket. I don't know what you meant by that, Philip, but we got an idea now. Malik. Yeah. We'll say from long years of working with dark magic, Malik's spine has been irrevocably, I can't even say that word. How am I going to spell it? Irrevocably. Yeah, irrevocably. On the live stream, Luke struggles with spelling. He's a professional writer and yet struggles to spell. Malik's spine has been irrevocably twisted with evil, and gotta put a comma in there, and he can no longer walk. He must be carried around by his undead minions. Haha, I like it. That's pretty cool. So we should put a basket or like a litter next to the throne. Oh, actually the throne. No. The throne itself could have like poles through it, so the zombies lift it up and then carry him around. And that's how he locomacutes. There's a word for you. I just made that up. That's how he locomacutes through his temple. All right, so we got to put that up there. Is a throne made of human skulls. There we go. We're going to add some description about the throne. Throne. It is made of human skulls. Because our read aloud text told us that much. It is made of human skulls and has 2 poles through it by which it can be carried about. Malik has his undead servants carry him about. I'm like repeating. Usually if I'm a writer, I'm going to be all nitpicky about this and not repeat the same words in the same sentence as the previous one. But this is a live stream and we're getting this done tonight, so I'm not going to nitpick too much. In the time that I complained about nitpicking, and I could have just gone and fixed that, but whatever. We'll just forget about that for now. Malik has his undead servants carry him about in his throne since he cannot walk. There we go. Now we've given like some person. It's not really personality, but at least it's this interesting character flaw or trait or whatever you want to call it to Malik. So he's not just like hey, my camera's doing it again. Ugh. I'm gonna fix that. If it gets too bad, I'm gonna fix that. I sometimes see it, but it doesn't look like it's going crazy nutsy quite yet. Paul says make it out of rat skulls. Okay. It is made of human skulls with rat skulls mixed into the crevices. There we go. There we go. Human skulls and rat skulls. All right. Definitely pulls through the throne. I know, that's a cool touch. I like that. I'm attributing that to Philip. His limp comment drove me down that rabbit hole. So there we go. All right, what do we got? Is he a pharaoh or a necromancer? He's a necromancer, man. He is a necromancer. All right. Refreshing the page should fix the blurriness if anyone is still experiencing that. Okay. So a cleric can fix him and raise his dead wife should solve the adventure. No, dude, that's not going to solve the adventure. I mean, I guess it could. I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead, man. I'm not that good. All right. I'm just doing the best I can. I got here. All right. All right. So, what other role-playing elements? Anything interesting about him that we should say? So he will. Let's put this up here. Let's change this bullet right here, and then I want to say that. So we had said that his long years of working with the undead has left him rather paranoid, but he is friendly and inviting until he finds someone has no use, and then there's zombie food. So Malik would like to get the adventurers to help him further his goals somehow, but he is aware that they have been well, we could just say, but he is not adverse to ending them if they are of no use to him. All right, there we got a little bit of something. I don't know what that means. I'll approve that message. True, mate. He said no. Philip said subcanuta. I don't know what subcanuta means. You probably got filtered because YouTube thought you were doing some sub for sub bullcrap. Necro dancer. Oh, TrueMate says best to have 6 pole bearers, more than 4, so that players not kill 1 of 4 and then 3 can't move him. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So we had in this room, we had said there were 6 zombie bodyguards. Well, what I'm envisioning is that you only need 2 zombies to carry him. Let's specify that. There are 2 zombies that can carry him, and then the other 4 can fight. So it has 2 pulls through it. It requires 2 undead servants to carry the throne. There we go. Bam. We got that. All right. I think we got some good information about Malik, because I mean, I like including that type of role-playing information, y'all, but we all know what's going to happen. The players are probably just going to attack him, okay? Let's just be honest. But just a party that will actually converse with the big bad. Heard me, Luke Sickle. Reconnection successful. Let's see if this is. I'm guessing nobody could see me. Let's go back over here. No data. Back. Am I back? I don't know. So OBS disconnected, and then it said it reconnected. I can see you again. All right. Can you hear me? What am I saying? Oh, there we go. Oh, yep. Here's me. It must have caught back up and stuff. Howdy, me hearties. Let me switch over here. See if I'm back. Am I back? I'm just gonna see what's going on here. I think something's happening. Somebody's like cat, so I guess the stream is working. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back in the house. What up? Back in the house. All right, so I don't know where I left off and what you guys remember and what you don't remember. My OBS completely disconnected. Yeah, at least I can see myself on the screen here, so that's cool. All right, happy to be back, and I'm no longer dropping frames, and my OBS is giving me a green light, so we should be better to go again. I think what I was saying is that my familiar is displeased. You want to see my familiar? I'll see if I can show you my familiar. Stand by. Guapo. Oh, guapo. Guapo. My familiar. This is my familiar Guapo. Eres muy guapo. Se llama Guapo. Look at the camera, Guapo. This is my familiar Guapo. Actually, his real name is Chippers, but we call him Guapo because he is Guapo. Yeah, that's my camera. You know what? Since we're just having some stream problems tonight, I'm gonna fix my camera real quick. Stand by. You're like, this stream sucks, man. He's got problems and can't get his crap together. All right, hold on. So I got my camera opened up, and I think what I do is I deactivate it. So then I'm going to disappear, and you are not going to see me, but you should still be able to hear me. And then I'm going to activate it again, and hopefully it'll start coming back through to you. And I hope that works. Now, the last time that fixed my flashing issues, so I hope that worked. There we go. I think I'm rocking. Oh, I disappeared. So give me a hashtag. I can see you. Stop jabbering about crap and get back to work. F. Hubner says it's entertaining. We will put up with technical difficulties. Thanks, buddy. Because like nothing I can do about it. Unless I start spending like $100 on internet, and then probably the stream will be a lot better, right? But right now, I've got no money for that stuff, and I don't know what's up with my camera. I should try the other camera someday. I have two webcams now. This one's the one that's giving me the flashy crap, but whatever. All right. Thanks, Wiggles. Appreciates it. Michelle says you were developing the Nacro's personality, but saying how PCs will mess up any of that anyway and just kill him. I mean, it's not necessarily going to happen, Michelle, but like from my experience, it's probable. Actually, in a game session I had, it was a few weeks ago, I was presenting a scenario. They were running through a dungeon and stuff, and I was presenting a scenario where like the bad guys were willing to talk with them, and one of my players was just like, whatever, I just attack them. And one of the other players was like, dude, will you just stop and roleplay a little bit? Like, or, you know, he was like, will you just like embrace the story a little bit and just stop attacking everything so that we can enjoy a little bit of story? So, like, it's funny because, hold on, my phone is reminding me to do something. It's funny because one of my other players was, like, rebuking the other player, telling him to, like, just basically stop just killing everything and, like, enjoy the story a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, it's not unheard of, and lots of groups will definitely want to do that sort of thing. Not all groups, but anyway, it was more of a joke when I was saying that they'll just ignore it anyway. Most of the times they end up killing the bad guys. That's just the way it goes. I mean, that's kind of the game. So anyway, let's rock and roll. Hey, all right, I'm gonna do my best here. You gotta forgive me if I mess this up. Irakeless, I did my best. Good to see you, buddy. Greece. Oh, that's cool, dude. Greece. Oh, dude, I am a huge like dude. When I was in, I'm gonna show you something. When I was in college, I was like huge into Greece stuff, like ancient Greece, and so I got this book, Handbook to Life in Ancient Greece, and like I was writing a manuscript for a book and stuff, and I was like reading this to get like ancient Greek culture and dress and clothing and stuff like that for like the manuscript I was working on when I was in college and stuff like that. So like props, dude. Greece is awesome. All right, anyway, that was a tangent. Let's finish our adventure, shall we? All right, so we were. I think we pretty much have fleshed out Malik Fargazer as far as how to roleplay him. I think we have a decent amount of information there. What we were about to do was do some treasure for him. Whoa, Paul. Paul, what are you doing, man? He's saying the first French fry wasn't cooked in France. Dude, come on, man. Why do you think we call them French fries? You're like ruining our night here, dude. Just dropping bombs on us. All right, let's figure some treasure out. Now we have a couple rooms here, right? Actually, I think that we should decide what these rooms are. I actually had an idea for this. My cat is rubbing against me. Since these rooms are like adjacent, I mean, T11 is called the Necromancer's quarters. Okay, so I'm thinking these two rooms right here that are next to it, like his throne is like right here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so y'all can see this. So like, zoom outy. There we go. His throne is like right here, and these two rooms next to it, I'm thinking one of them might be like his like actual room, and then maybe a closet or like what do you call those things where you go to the bathroom? But they had a name for it. In like they would a privy. That's the name. That's what I'm going for. A privy. They got some privies in here or something. So he's got his room plus a privy. And then this right here, what I'm thinking, could be like a room that he's reserved for his wife when he finally gets her to come back and join him, right? And so he's got this room like in pristine condition, all ready to go when his wife comes back. And then like her own little like privy or something here too. So yeah, I'm sure there's lag. It's either me because I got crap internet, or it's YouTube because YouTube just whatever. Who cares? Anyway, let's rock and roll. I'm gonna write this stuff down. We're gonna say. We're gonna call this T11A, and then T11B. And we'll say Malik's room. What was his wife's name? His wife had a name. I'm pretty sure that we gave his wife a name. Where was his wife? His wife was in one of these rooms. Where was she? I think his wife was in T4. I think T4 is where they found his wife. Yeah, here we go. Laura. Her name is Laura. Awesome. Cool. So let's say that T11B will be Laura's room. Let's give that a heading level. And get some spaces down in there. Let's go to our map. And let's write on our map. Do I have the right font? No. All right, let's just duplicate. Let's duplicate. Where's T11? T11. We will duplicate that layer, and we're going to call it, I don't think we need to, do we need to call it? It'll automatically rename itself. Yeah, there we go. Text, home, T11A. There we go. Bam. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Put that right there. Guapo's down here wants attention. Princess K is in the house. What's up? Arthur, what's going on, dude? Arthur, last stream we had, you were doing some drinking, I understand. How's it going over there tonight, buddy? Manny Hope Rios, what up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Princess K, I don't know who was cooking the. You know, Princess K, you should do some research for us. Find out the origin of French fries and how they actually came to be, and then let us know. I mean, we could do a Google search here, but we're trying to do some adventure creation, so I don't want to derail us too much. So there we go. I was going to duplicate this bad boy here. Duplicate layer. Copy. Pull that over there. Text T11B. Awesome. Beautiful. I love it. And then we are going to say Malik's room. I don't know. This is a simple room. Okay, here we go, guys. What's going to be in Malik's room? I need some items. I need some basic items, some furniture, some interesting little bits, some descriptive crap that we can put in his room. Also, we need to make a description of Laura's room as well, his wife's room. So throw me some stuff in the chat. Throw me some ideas. Otherwise, I'm just going to put some stupid junk down because that's what I do. So help me out, guys. Throw me some stuff down in the chat. And a lava lamp with black goo. I think we're on the right track. What we're going to do, though, while you guys are generating me some ideas, I want to show you all something cool. This is one of the channel sponsors or the stream sponsors. I don't know they're sponsors somehow of the channel, and they're friends of the channel, and I like their crap, and so I talk about them and tell you all about them because they're really cool and I like them. This is DungeonFog. They are an online RPG map-making tool. There's a link down in the description. You can get there if you'd like. And basically, I mean, these are some community maps. I'm just gonna click on one and we're gonna open it and we're gonna see what's inside of it. Looks like somebody has created some maps, some dungeon maps, and I could probably open this or something if I wanted to. But there are community maps, there are shared maps. You can borrow other people's stuff. You can take something somebody else created and start with it and then customize it. I have some maps that are in my library that I've created for my recent adventure that I published over on DriveThruRPG. I used that to create all of my maps. Here's one of the maps I created with DungeonFog. And one of the things that I like about this as well is that it's pretty easy to use. It's all just like a drag and drop interface. You throw stuff down, and it has all these little widgets and stuff. Lots of really cool things. It has like dungeon tokens, all of these like sweetness things. So there you go. That's my quick plug for that. I'm going to get out of here. We'll get back to the stream now. There is you can get like 10% off a yearly sub with the promo code, the DM Lair, if you want to. Or you can just try it for free, because there's a totally 100% free version of this that you can use to make sure you actually like it, because nothing sucks quite so much as buying something and then finding out that it sucks. So try it for free first, and then if you like it, you can get it if you want. Or you can just use the free version. Who cares? Whatever. Let's rock and roll. Let's move on, because that's enough of that stuff for tonight. All right. Stuff for Malik's room. I was looking for descriptions. Looks like I got some stuff going on. Michael G, what up in the house? Welcome. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try it. I'm going to do my best here, buddy. ICSPPS. Ixskips. What up? How are you doing, man? Life is good. I'm enjoying life. Last Sunday, YouTube decided to throw my video out to a bunch of people, so I'm getting lots of views and new folks in the house and all that kind of cool stuff, so that's exciting. Fun stuff. All right, now let's try to get some description for Malik's room. A lava lamp with black gloop. We'll just do this. Appointments of this small room include, and we're just going to make a bulleted list of different things that are in the room. We don't always have to read aloud text, right? We can just do this. It's easy to use at the table anyway. I like that one. A lava lamp with black goo inside. I love it. That's a great idea. What else we have? F. Huber got it. Okay, so he says, despite its name, the French fry is not French. The origins of the French fry have been traced back to Belgium, where historians claim potatoes were being fried in the late 1600s. Wow. Crazy cool. All right. Large sheets of parchment on the walls. All right, Imani, you got it. Parchment hangs from the walls. We'll say large. What's written on the parchment? If we got parchment hanging from the walls, is there anything written on it? Large sheets of parchment hanging from the walls. What else we got? Dragon claw candlesticks hanging on the walls. All right. Sconces on the walls hold candles shaped like dragon claws. Awesome. Love it. There's a bookshelf table with spell scrolls. Do we have spell scrolls in our loot list? We have some stuff in our loot list. There is a bookcase holding several books, and we will say 1d4 level 1 scrolls. 1d4 scrolls, yeah. 1d4 scrolls containing level 1 spells. There we go. I can't spell scrolls. There we go. That's better. That's better. All right, what else we got in that room? Zero Risk says a decaying crow standing watch at the door, ready to release a blood-curdling caw louder and more decrepit than anything a mere man has heard before. I got that out in my breath. All right, I like that. That's really cool, dude. Whoops, I screwed that up. We're gonna throw that in at the very beginning. I just copy-pasted you because you said that pretty well, dude. Well said. Laura's room. Awesome. Laura's room. Pristine condition, colorful and vibrant with a large bed, a bedside dresser, and a standing mirror. All right, true mate. You got it, buddy. We're going to throw that in here. Appointments of this small room include... Whoa. Pristine. Got a colorful. True mate is clearly spelling things like the British, and so we're going to take that U out of there. And I still didn't spell it right. I still didn't spell colorful right. How do you spell colorful? Clearly, nobody knows. Colorful. There. Word spell check is going crazy on me. All right. Sorry, I had to kill the U. I'm American, so I have to get rid of that U. All right. Paul, I think Paul's talking about the French fries. He says it was cooked in grease. All right. It's pun time, ladies and gentlemen. Pun time on the stream. I'm bad at puns. All right. What we got? All right, true mate. See you later, dude. Gotta run. Understood, man. It's late for you. Have fun. Next food. Pie is not American. Philip, you can leave right now. Like, don't even come in here with pie not being American, all right? Because there's nothing more American than apple pie. Maybe it's apple pie. Maybe it's apple pie that's American. Maybe the other pies aren't. I don't know. All right, is there going to be pie in this adventure? Was there anything else in these rooms? I mean, we got a lot of cool stuff in here. So, of all the things in Malik's room, we have no bed for him to sleep on or anything. So, okay. There is a simple bed and dresser. Lava lamp with black glue inside stands upon the dresser. There we go. We got some of that there. A lava lamp. Awesome. Did they have lava lamps back in the medieval ages? Is that a thing? I mean, they got magic, so they could probably figure it out. That makes sense to me. All right. Here we go. So E-Manny says the occupant art depicting Elysium. Okay, so large sheets of parchment hang on the walls. Hangs from the walls with crude drawings depicting Elysium. One of the celestial planes. There we go. Throw some information on those parchments. I have no idea why there would be parchments hanging on the walls with crude drawings depicting Elysium. However, the Dungeon Master doesn't need to know why that's there. If the players are given that information and they care to think it out and try to figure it out and brainstorm why that's there, then they might solve that mystery for you. And the Dungeon Master has zero work to do besides pick the right answer that they came up with out of like the list of brainstorming that they do. Because we know they do this at the table. They'll sit there and they'll be like, why is this thing that way? And each player will have his own theory, right? As a Dungeon Master, you can just sit there, listen, and then be like, I like that one. That's the right answer. You know, they do the work for you sometimes. All right. All right. Bump into an unseen servant. Ooh, an unseen servant. I like it. That's a great idea, Michelle. We're going with that. So Laura's room, we will say there is an. Well, we're actually gonna make this. We're gonna make this unseen. I can't spell. Servant. I should be fired from my job. I cannot spell. I'm a writer. There we go. I got it. Spell check to the rescue. All right, unseen servant. We will. Oh, this is a good idea. So a permanent unseen servant takes care of. Takes care of Laura's room. making sure that it is always in pristine condition. All right. Good. I like it. Great idea, Michelle. Thank you for the contribution. And what else we got going on here? Oh, F. Huber says he's stuck in the throne. No bed needed. Yeah, but if the dude, like, has to, like, sleep on a bone throne, I can imagine at night, like, his zombies carry him into his bedroom and put him on the bed or something. But he could sleep in his throne, you know, when he's up late brooding and trying to figure out how to take over the world and get Orcus back. Yeah, I agree, Arthur. It's magic. They have magic. It can be an actual lava lamp. Totally agree, dude. Wiggles. Letters to his wife that were written post-mortem. Oh, in the room? That's a good idea. I like that. So let's say that... Where would that be? Inside the dresser are letters Malik penned to his wife after her death. Are sad letters. I don't know, whatever. There we go. Good idea. Good idea. We got it. We got it written down. Zero Risk says not his original idea. That's cool, dude. Steal away. That's what we do around here. Like, I mean, that's like Dungeons and Dragons. Steal ideas, make them better. That's cool. Oh yeah, that's a great idea, Huber. We will say for the unseen servant, he's saying that any items disturbed by the characters are put aright by the unseen servant. Good use of passive voice. I would be correcting that to make it active voice, but I'm not going to nitpick tonight. Yeah, I like that idea too, Michelle. We got that rocking. Michelle, you should just do this for us. You should just write this adventure for us. She's like, we're on the same page. On the same page around here. All right, what else we got going on? Are we good here? What are the two little... Oh, we should mention these little rooms. Remember these little rooms here? Like, these are like 5x5 rooms. So, I think that, yeah, 5x5 rooms. Or 10x10. No, that'd be crazy. It's a 5x5. Little 5x5 room. We could just say that, Philip, what are you doing, dude? Philip says that pie has been around since the ancient Egyptians. The first pie recipe was published by the Romans and was for a rye-crusted goat cheese and honey pie. Dude, you're like just dropping bombs. All right, I'm ignoring everything he says from now on. Just ruining all of my like hopes and dreams and like my beliefs in my fine country and stuff. Like all of these things that I thought were American are like, all right, whatever. Moving on. All right, these little rooms are going to be like latrines, I suppose, like privies and whatever. Yeah, a bathroom with a chamber pot. I like it. E-Manny, rock and roll, buddy. I like that. All right. We will say the door in this room leads to a small privy with a chamber pot. And that's the same for both rooms. There's nothing spectacular. It's the same thing. So we will just copy paste that bad boy and call it a day. Now, all right, let's move on from these rooms because we need to throw some treasure. We have a loot list here of stuff that needs to go in the adventure. So let's put some stuff on here. I was considering that Malik might actually be wearing this cloak of protection. So let's put this up here. Treasure. And do that. We don't need that. Malik is wearing a cloak of protection, which means actually that we should go up here to his stat block and we should make some notes here. because a cloak of protection. So he has plus. Oh, let's say he has +1 AC and +1 to all his saves due to his cloak of protection. I'm pretty sure that's what a cloak of protection does. If I am wrong and mistaken, please correct me. I've been wrong a lot. It'll happen again, and I could be wrong now. So let's get that going on. Philip says, sorry, not sorry, Luke. All right, buddy. Alrighty then. We're going to figure out some retribution for Philip. Paul's message got like flagged. I'm going to show it. That's a cool comment. He says, booby trap the toilets. If you don't set the password before using it, it opens up and then fall down and shoot into a larger trash room with Uthiug inside. That's a cool idea, dude. I like that. Yeah, it's terrifying. That's totally terrifying. Running down. I was playing back in, it was right after college. I was playing in a Marvel superheroes game with some friends. And I was kind of this like person who could like shapeshift and shape change and stuff. And I remember one time we were in a combat and I thought the combat was going poorly for us. And so I shapeshifted and I fled down a toilet. I crap you not, I fled down a toilet. And I thought it was a genius idea because the dude's not going to be able to get me. I'm going down a toilet, right? And then the GM ended up taking away like karma from me. I think they were using a system of karma. He took karma away from me because it's not, superheroes don't run away, I think was the reasoning, which I think is probably reasonable. I don't fault him for doing that. But the thing that I remember is that my character ran down a toilet to get away from the bad guy because I thought I was going to die. All right. John Farrell, what up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Where we at? Okay, so the treasure. We are distributing treasure. Okay, so there are a couple things. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to use all of it. I don't want to place all of it because we have... Where is this thing? We have T12 that we're going to design still, and that is where the Oblex, whatever is, and I want there to be something in there as well, treasure-wise. So, I don't want to distribute everything. We're going to leave some stuff in reserve, but we can get most of this out because Malik is the big bad, so presumably he's going to have a lot of the loot on his person or in his rooms, right? So yeah, we're going to distribute as much of it as we want to, besides maybe one or two things for the Oblex. May the 4th be with you. All you Star Wars fans, tomorrow is May the 4th, and I'm sporting my Trooper mug in honor of that. Actually, it's complete coincidence. This is just the mug that I happen to be using. I don't plan that far ahead. Coincidence. Run, Forrest, run. Dude, I'm like, it's funny. Now when I'm a player, I'm like total risk taker when I'm a player. And I expect to die. Unless, I just do stupid stuff and take risks whenever I'm a player, and I expect to die. And I think it's fun. And so I think sometimes Dungeon Masters might like hold back a little bit because they don't want to kill me, but I expect to die. I'm doing stupid things. Please kill me. But in this case, it was fleeing down a toilet. Anyway, what else are we going to put in here? Oh, look at this, you guys. There is a small mirror set in a painted wooden frame. That should be in Laura's room. And where would that be? It should be on the... Oh, look at that. We could just say right there, a standing mirror. A standing mirror set in a painted wooden frame. There we go. And that's actually worth some money. Awesome. So that solved that for us. We just threw that into the mirror that we already had in the room. All right, more loot to distribute. We have 2 bloodstones. Those 2 bloodstones, actually, you know what we should do here? Let's start doing this. Because we have, what we have is, Where's T12? So T12 is going to have treasure. So let's list some treasure for T12. And I'm just going to throw that right there. And we're going to figure out the details of how that treasure works when we get to that room. But I'm just distributing the loot right now because we're very close to having all of the loot distributed. Joshua Solt in the house and throwing down the super chat. Thank you, buddy, for the $5. Fist bump. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Joshua is one of my like super hardcore buds. Appreciate that, man. He's one of the mods. He is a mod here. He is a mod over my Discord. If you guys aren't on my Discord, check that stuff out. There's a link down in the description. He is the sheriff in town. So I walk softly around his authority. Authority! You gotta respect my authority! That's like what is that, South Park? That's from like that's from like I never watched that either. I just know like in high school people would be like, doing that. Who is that? Is that the Kenny voice or something? I don't know. But they're like, you gotta respect my authority. Authority. Hey, you killed Kenny. I don't know. I can't do those voices because I never watched that stuff. But that's the best Cartman. Is that Cartman? Okay, yeah. Respect my authority. Yeah, that's the best I can do. I never watched that stuff. So anyway, there you go. Teresa Godso, what up? Is it hard to learn D&D? I think it's only as hard as the Dungeon Master makes it, in my opinion. Because, honestly, like, the basics of the game is just describing a situation. The Dungeon Master describes a situation and what's going on in the world, and the player simply states how their character interacts with the world, what their character says and does. And that is the basic bare bones of D&D. And there's a bunch of rules to go along with it. And it just takes some time. You got to jump into it and play it, and it's not that bad. You definitely want to play the game to learn. Like it would be, in my opinion, a mistake to buy the books and read the books to try to learn how to play the game. I think it's much better to just like jump into a game, be up front with your Dungeon Master, and be like, "Yo, dude, totally new here. No idea what I'm doing. Can you help me learn?" Most Dungeon Masters, if they're not total wang rods, are going to be happy to show you how to play the game. All right, and then there you go, and you rock and roll. So that's my answer to that. All right, the villain killed Kenny. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing? We're rocking. Distributing loot. So I got distracted. I want to put this bag of tricks, rust. Oh, yes, let's put that. I want to put that. So basically, the way this works, you reach into it and you pull like a little thing out and you throw it. My phone is yelling at me. It's yelling at me. You put a little thing, you pull this little fluff ball out of the bag of tricks and you throw it. And then it turns into like an animal, basically. And they're really cool. Really interesting things. Let's put that in Laura's room. Because... Let's say that, we can imagine that Laura liked animals, and so Malik had found this little bag of tricks that creates animals, and he's like thinking of his wife and how she loved animals, and so he's like, I'm keeping this for my wife. When she comes back, I will give this bag of tricks to her as like a gift to show my affection for her. And so we're going to put this in Laura's room. Where is that going to be? Oh, inside. Yeah. In the dresser is a bag of tricks, rust, that Malik is keeping for his wife since she loves animals. There we go. A little bit of character development. See, Malik has a soft spot in his heart. He's this mean necromancer raising the dead to take over the world and bring Orcus back. But I love my wife, and so I collect things for her. So, little character development for our big bad guy. All right. And that was our bag of tricks. Dun dun dun. My phone told me that it is now time to do our giveaway. So here you go, folks. This is the moment everybody's been waiting for. We're gonna deal with our giveaway. We're doing a giveaway tonight, and this is what you can win. You can win tactical tokens. These little things are cool. I like these. They're I don't think you can see these super well, which is why I have a photo on the screen over there so that you can see them. There we go. Basically, the way this is going to work is actually the envelope is ready. All I need is a winner and an address and stuff, and I will send that bad boy out of here. But you're going to win 20 of these things. A couple of them have like the DM Lair logo on them. These are provided by my friend, my bud, Dave over at Tactical Tokens. He had a Kickstarter, kicked some butt with the Kickstarter, and now he has a storefront where you can buy these things. Basically what they are is little tiny, like, what do you want to call them? Instead of miniatures, right, you have these little tokens that you can use in your game tables. They're super portable. They like stick to each other. They're easy to carry around. They have like cool images and crap like that. And what I'm going to do too is I want to show you, I'm going to show you, there's a link down in the description to the site where you can get this stuff, which is really cool. Here's the site, and I want to show you there's like a really cool images he's got. Like these are just examples of all of the imagery and stuff that he puts on the tokens. You guys can order these. Now, these things are like a little over $1 each. So much cheaper than miniatures. And I'm going to tell you guys, like, I'm not just, this dude is not a sponsor of the channel. He's not giving me a dang thing. I just like his products, okay? So I'm going to give him props. But like, I've seen these little paper tokens, like, you know the little things that like made out of paper that kind of stand up? Those things just don't do it for me. So like these are so much cooler than that. Anyway, I'm giving away 20 of these things. So this is what you got to do. If you want in on the giveaway, then what you need to do is in the link down below, there is a site. There's a link to my Gleam site where you can enter the giveaway. And it should be open now. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is enter the secret password for the giveaway. And we're going to put the secret password on the screen for you. Stand by. I didn't plan ahead. I did not plan ahead appropriately for this. So I'm just going to create a new, come on, baby. You can do it. New document. This is really tough. Yeah, just make me a document, dude. It's not big enough now. All right. I'm trying to give you the secret word because you have to have the secret word in order to, here we go. The secret word is taunt the DM. Taunt the DM is the secret word. There you go. It is on the screen. You should be able to see it fairly clearly. So his screen is blurry. I'll type it into the chat. I should have just typed it into the chat the first time. There we go. Taunt the DM. That's the secret word. It's the secret 3 words. Type that into the giveaway thing, and that will enter you into the giveaway. Now, if you want to get extra entries into the giveaway to increase your chances of winning, you can also sign up for my email list. I only email you like when I have things I think you might be interested in. I don't spam people. I started doing my email list like a long time ago, and I've sent out 1 email so far. Basically, when I publish products that I think you might be interested in and put out Dungeon Master resources that you folks might find useful, I'll send you an email. But I don't spam you because I hate people that spam me, and so I'm not going to do that to y'all. But anyway, if you want an extra chance to win, you can enter the list. If you don't, that's not a big deal. All you got to do is put the password in, and you are in the giveaway. Now, this giveaway, like I said, you guys, is for people on the stream here tonight. And once the stream is over and stuff like that, this is going to close, so it's just for you all, folks. And there you go. Boom shakalaka. Michelle says, this may be a dumb question. What's the link to that? So the link is in the description. Down in the description of the stream. Stand by. I'm gonna double check. I'm positive I got it down there for you, because I should have it down there for you. Yeah, it's down there. There's a link. It says like to enter the giveaway, and it'll say there's a link down there, so you can get that. And there's a link down to Tactical Token's site and all that kind of stuff. Okay, you got it? All right, cool. Cool. We're rocking and rolling then. All right, then let us get back to our regularly scheduled program then, now that the giveaway is handled. All right. We were distributing loot. So what we're going to do here... Oh, Cameron, that's cool, dude. He says he's currently making an adventure using Matt Colville's battle tactics. Guy's story structure and your adventure organization. That's awesome. Nice. Oh, you know what? Guy has a live stream on Friday nights. We should all just jump over into his. Don't do this. This might not be cool. He might not like this. They'll be like, what's going on around there? Like, jump over into his live stream and leave hashtag the DM Lair was here or something. I don't know. That would be funny. Go bomb his. But I don't have like a relationship with the guy, and so he might not take kindly to that. So we might not want to do that. That's the type of thing my mischievous mind would love to do. Anyway, let's move on. We have a bunch of gold here. We have copper pieces and silver pieces, and oh yeah, Huber, I saw you doing that last time. Because when I get done streaming, I usually pop over into his real quick just to see what's going on, and I know I've seen you over there before. So yeah, that's cool, dude. Let me see, what was I gonna do? Yeah, I'm getting distracted here. We're almost done. We're gonna get this done tonight. All right, 1,000 gold pieces. Okay, I'm gonna approve that. Dorigo. I got close. Dorigo. That's the link to the giveaway. He just posted it down in the chat for you guys, just in case you need some help finding that link. And we're gonna throw this gold somewhere. We're gonna throw it in the trash. Who needs gold? Where would Malik store his gold? I don't know. He had a bunch of copper pieces. Let's just put like a chest, a chest under the bed. Yeah, let's just put a chest under the bed. Under the bed. Why not? Why wouldn't you just hide your treasure under the bed? Under the bed is a chest containing 1,000 copper pieces, 25 silver pieces, and 130 gold pieces. Bam. There we go. Done. Done and done. Not the most clever thing, but it's finished. Huber, I think we've put gold all over the dungeon. I'm pretty sure we've been divvying it out in different places over the dungeon. So I think we've done that. If my memory doesn't totally suck, which it kind of does, but I'm gonna trust in the system. It has been done. All right, cool. Thanks. Dun dun dun. Where we at? Bromos, what up, dude? Word up. Zero rise in a corpse. Zero rise. Oh, dude, I love that idea. Under the bed is a decaying corpse. So in Malik's room where he sleeps, there's a decaying corpse. Inside, I was going to say inside a cavity, but that does not lead us to good, happy places. So, inside we'll say, where would it be? So, like, maybe he sliced open his stomach, or, he sliced open his, okay, yeah. Inside the corpse's chest cavity, and then all the organs have been removed. Inside the corpse's chest cavity are a bunch of gold. There we go. There we are. Bam. He's got a corpse under the bed that serves as his treasure chest. Should the corpse animate if like somebody besides Malik tries to take the gold? I mean, I think that makes sense. I think that'd be cool. Wiggles says, I've spent months world building. I never know when to stop. You never stop with world building. World building is like a never-ending thing. There's always something else you can do. I just use Forgotten Realms and call it a day. I let other people do the work for me. I just read about it. Yeah. He stores his golden bodies. I like it. Dude, that makes a walking chest if he animated it. Oh, yeah. It carries his loot around. All right, it sounds like the chest animates if somebody besides. All right, we're gonna have to make an entry about this. Corpse under the bed. This is this is like an ogre zombie. This medium, we'll say this medium-sized corpse has the stats of an ogre zombie. That just makes it more powerful. And it animates and attacks anyone besides Malik who touches it. Bam! I love it. That's a great idea. And I can imagine that as it's fighting, swinging its arms and stuff, that like the gold and copper is like spilling out of its stomach all over the floor, and the coins have like this like nasty like ichor and stuff and goo from this decaying corpse all over them. So like even if they want to get this gold, it's just covered with filth, right? So you can just paint this picture. Oh man, that's just awesome. That's really cool. Zero Risk got the ideas tonight. There we go. All right, I'm out of coffee. This is my last swig of coffee, and then I'm out of coffee. Actually, I have another cup over in the pot over there. I'll run and get in that in a second. The corpse has no legs. I think I want it to have legs. I think it can get up and attack. Anyway, I'll give you half of it. You got the corpse. I get the legs. All right, let's move on. That was a great idea, but I think we should move on. There's a skeleton. There's always a skeleton in the closet. Actually, Philip, I thought I banned you from the live stream for like dashing our hopes and dreams. Anyway, we actually have, Philip, we have a room in this adventure called the Skeleton Closet. And there are literally 3 skeletons in the closet. So we got that covered. Let's keep moving on. Yeah. Out of coffee, danger, Will Robinson. What is that? What is that from? Oh, that's like a pop culture reference. That's from a movie or something. I'm sure somebody's going to be like, Luke, you're a moron. It's from this movie. How can you not know this? So if I'm playing Trivial Pursuit, pop culture is my worst category. Horrible category. Give me like history of South Africa any day of the week. All right, pop culture, I'm going to fail that every day. Lost in Space. All right, cool. Joshua's like, Philip, I'm watching you. No, Philip's cool. Philip's cool. I'm just messing with him. All right. We need to work. We need to keep working. Keep working. Keep moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Now this hammer, so you guys might have noticed this. I've been ignoring this light hammer because I actually want to use this light hammer +1 as a reward that the heroes will get once they resolve the quest. So I want to put that into the resolution right here. So who gave them this quest? Let's see. Who gave them the quest? Who's the quest giver? I think that we said that the village elder. Yes. The village elder. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to skip to the resolution. I'm going to put something in the resolution here. We're going to say once the heroes have put an end, have resolved the issues in the Beholden temple, the village elder rewards them with a +1 light hammer, a magical weapon passed down through his family for generations. There we go. I don't know. I'm just making crap up. It's probably cliched. Whatever. Somebody else can change that if you got better ideas. Yeah. Joshua's the sheriff. Josh is the sheriff. He's one of the sheriffs. I got a couple sheriffs in the chat tonight. Keeping the peace. They got pistols. Now, I told them the first chamber needs to be a rubber bullet. All right. The second chamber, it's live rounds. All right. So just keep that in mind. All right. So we got that done. And I think the loot's done. All right, that's a reminder. That's a reminder for me. I'm probably gonna do this after the stream on my own because this is kind of like a logistics element, I think, and I don't want to deal with this in the stream. This is something that we had from a different stream and idea, but we're not going to deal with this tonight. It's too complicated. There we go. Whoa! You're packing 9mm hollow tips? Oh, dude, that's not cool, man. You're going to get us demonetized. That's violence and like stuff. YouTube is not going to like that. So you're going to have to tone that down. Make them like paintballs. Paintballs are cool. Dude, when I was like in high school playing paintball with my brother, like I got shot like point blank with a paintball like dead center of the chest, right where like there's no muscle or anything there. It's just like bone. Wow, that hurt. that hurt. I don't know what I was doing. I was being dumb. Like instead of like I was behind cover, right? And I was like pop 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 and stuff like that. But we were sitting there exchanging for a long time, pretty close to each other, and neither of us could get any headway. And so I was like, I'm just going to jump out and rush him. That was a dumb idea. That got shot, boom, 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 all over the place. That was not cool. All right, anyway. Joshua censored himself. All right. All right, we're almost done here. We have one room to go, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're putting a fork in it. I have Dwerger slaves that have been forging an adamantine fork. And when we get done with this room, we're sticking that fork in this thing because I'm about ready to be done with this adventure. We have one room to go. This is the room. Yes, I have enslaved Dwerger. I am horrible. But Dwerger are evil, so I think that's okay, right? If they're bad, then it's okay to enslave them. Is that okay? I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. I'm just a bad person. T12. This is where we're going to have the Ublex or Oblex or whatever. I'm gonna like mispronounce that, or I'm gonna think I'm mispronouncing it like forever. I will never settle on the proper pronunciation of that. It is an adult Ublex, is what it is. That's what we got to put in here. So, I mean, that's what's in that room. It is an adult Ublex. So in T12, now hold on a second. So we're gonna put adult Oblex. Got it. But we got a couple things that we need to resolve about this, guys, because you can see here that T12 is kind of in the middle of this map, and we kind of have a mechanic by which we're kind of like making sure the players like have little puzzles they have to solve before they can get into the different rooms. And so I'm not going to go into the details of that right now. That was a different stream, and we talked about it. It's complex, and I'm not going to rehash that now. But what we need is they can't just open T12 easily. There needs to be some sort of puzzle or mechanic. It could just be a special key. I'm leaning toward Malik having a special key on him that opens the doors to T12. And it's like a magical key or something, and that's literally the only way to open T12. Like the rogue can't pick the locks or any of that kind of stuff. Because the idea here is that T12 would be the very last place that they would go in the adventure. So we do want to kind of corral them a little bit so that they have to go here last. That's just the adventure plan. So we need to have some sort of mechanic to open that door. I'm leaning toward a magical key. It's on Malik. That's the easiest thing. He's got a key, and what if there is like a magical like finger plate, like you put your hand against the door, and there could be like runes on the door, and then there's an outline of a hand, right? And when Malik places his hand on the door opens, right? But it's got to be Malik's hand. And so after they defeat Malik, they can just take his hand and put it right there, and opens the doors. We can do that. That would work. Unless somebody else has got another idea. That's not a horrible idea, is it? Yeah, paintball's fun, man. The first chamber, paint round. The second chamber is a rubber bullet. The third chamber is a hollow tip. And then, whoa, now we're going into grenades. We're out of control. Paintball's fun. Use his voice and tongue. That's interesting. But if they kill him, they don't have his voice anymore. Right? My cat's complaining. If they kill him, they don't have his voice anymore, and then they won't be able to get into the room. So I don't want to create an unsolvable puzzle for them. Ooh, Josh, that's a great idea. If it's not his hand, a spike bursts through the center of the palm, impaling the player. The hand of Malik. Haha. All right, I like this. I think this is what we're doing, folks. This is what we are doing, folks. So we will say locked doors. The doors to this area can only be opened by hold on a second. Okay, the doors to this area are covered in arcane runes. On each door, there is the outline of a hand. The doors can only be opened by placing Malik's hand in the outline. Is that clear enough? I think that's clear. The doors... Cameron F., thank you, sir, for the $1 super chat. Appreciate it, buddy. Fist bump. I can't even say fist bump. I need coffee. I need to get my coffee. My throat's starting to get a little as well. So, I'm gonna get coffee. This will take 2 seconds. Literally, my coffee maker is right here. And as I'm getting coffee, my cat is complaining. Meow, meow. You guys can probably all hear my cat complaining. He's like, "Give me attention. Come on, Guapo, what's your problem?" Guapo wants to be on the live stream. He wants to get famous. He wants to be famous. All right, rocking and rolling. Okay, so we were opening the doors. Got it. On each door, there is the outline of a hand. The doors can only be opened by placing Malik's hand in the outline. Malik's hand, whether he's dead or alive. And what we're going to say? Oh, we were going to say trap. There's a trap. Trap. And we will say that if any hand other than Malik's is pressed into the outline on the doors, a large spike, what do you want to call it? Like pops out? Yeah. Pops out, impaling the hand. We'll say the person, the person's hand, the person with the hand. The person takes, how much would it be? A spike through the hand is probably like 1d4 plus 1 damage. That's probably not a lot of damage. I don't want to kill someone with that. That's kind of lame to die from that. Unless it's got poison on it. Then that might be different. Oh, look at, he's like, should the spike be poisoned? Wow. We're both thinking the same way. We're like, spike, poison the spike. The person takes 1d4 piercing damage. How do they usually word this? It takes 1d4 piercing damage. There's a special wording for this. Unless they make a DC 13 dexterity save, in which case they take half damage. Like in modules and stuff, they have a very specific way they word these that's like very concise and well spoken. And I did not do it that way. I forget how they do it, but they do it really well. Anyway, that's not the point here. Do we want to put poison on it? Yeah, we could put poison on it. That'd be nasty too. Yeah, we'll say the person also takes 1d6 poison damage. And unless they make a DC, let's call it a DC 15 Constitution save. In which case, they take half damage. It's just, yeah, the poison just, like, does damage to him. We could make it do something different, like put him to sleep or something like that. There are lots of different effects that we could do that would be cool. So, the rusty spike idea. My cat going nuts down here. Now he's rolling around on the ground. He's crazy. All right, so we got the trap. In the room is the ooblex. So we should say, occupants. I like that. Occupants. There is an adult ooblex. The ooblex is 18 or older, and thus an adult. There is an adult ooblex in the room. I mean, I almost just want this thing to attack on sight. Like, why wouldn't it? Let's see what an ooblex. Let's look at the stat blocks for an ooblex, and see. I think this is in Morning Canaans, I believe. What page is ooblex on? Bum 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 bum. Adult ooblex is gonna be page 218 in Morning Canaans. There it is. Come on, there it is. What is it gonna do? So the ooblex has this like amorphous blob type thing, and then it can shoot out these tendrils that can then like form into the shape of a humanoid that is devoured or something along those lines. So we got to set this up. This is a really cool monster. We want to set this up properly. We don't want to just have them know what it is. We want them to see like maybe some of the humanoids just kind of standing in this room, and maybe they try to deceive the characters or something, or they do something special or cool. I don't know. Ideas? Give me ideas. What is it gonna do? How many can it make? While you guys are all thinking of some ideas for me, we're going to see if I can get some. Let's see what it does. How many can it make? I think it's limited to how many it can make. Pseudopod. How many simulacrons can it make? There we go. So it says sulfurous impersonation. As a bonus action, the ooblex can extrude a piece of itself that assumes the appearance of one medium or smaller creature whose memories it has stolen. And it says the ooblex can impersonate 1d4 plus 1 different creatures, each one tethered by a strand of slime that extends up to 120 feet away from it. For all practical purposes, the simulacrum is the ooblex, meaning that, okay, the tether is immune to damage. Okay, awesome. So, I think that when they go into this room, the ooblex ate Laura's sister. They see what looks very much like Laura. Ooh, nice. I like it. That's good. What else? We should have something else in there. What else? I mean, the ooblex like ate a bunch of people, stole a bunch of people's memories. Ooh. It could be some village people, some normal village people. Oh. Yeah, so what are they doing though? Like what's the ooblex trying to do? Now check this out, you guys. The ooblex has an intelligence of 19. This is a very intelligent creature. So maybe it tries to deceive them or something. Maybe it tries to get them to split the party. close the doors or something. What could it do, right? We want something interesting to happen, right? We don't just want like a straight up fight off the bat necessarily. What interesting stuff could we do with this? A goblin NPC. I like it. But what's the goal of the Ooblex? What is its game plan here, right? Some adventurers have broken in, right? It doesn't know who they are. They presumably could be there to kill it or something. I mean, they could very well be covered with blood from all the combat they've been going through. And so the Ooblex, an intelligent creature, is going to recognize that something is wrong here. So it's going to have some sort of game plan to get itself out of trouble, to kill the adventurers, to eat their memories or something. And so we need to think about that and come up with something. And I'm relying on you guys because I don't know what that is. So the Ooblex association with Malik is that they're kind of working together because the Ooblex is stealing some memories. Malik is bringing people to the Ooblex so that it can steal their memories. But the Ooblex is giving some of the power from those memories to Malik so that he can like get closer to summoning Orcus. And so they have this like symbiotic relationship basically where each is helping the other further its goals. Yeah, it does want to be fed. That's one of its goals. It wants to be fed for sure. All right, so there is an adult Ooblex in the room. Role-playing the Ooblex. Role-playing the Ooblex. Oh, there's an adult Ooblex in the room. Where is its mass, though? The mass of the Ooblex has to be hidden somewhere, right? With the tethers will come out from the mass. Maybe, you know what? If we look at this room, there's this like star in the middle of the room. What if this star were like some sort of hollowed out like thing, and the Ooblex is inside that thing, right? And the tethers come out from like holes in it along the base of it, and then so most of it is hidden away. Wait, cats are killing each other. That's funny. They're not really killing each other. They're just playing. But one of my cats is like super like touchy and like cries and whines like a little baby every time one of the other cats rough horses. So anyway, that's what that was. I think I like that idea because they can't see the Ooblex's bulk. They need to see like the simulacrums or whatever that it makes. So let's write that down. Write that down. There's an adult Ooblex in the room. However, its bulk is hidden in a hollowed out statue of Torm that occupies the center of the room. Nice. I love it. The base of the statue contains several holes through which the Ooblex can extrude its tethers and create its simulacrums. Simulacrums? I'm going to slaughter that word. I can't even pronounce that word, let alone spell it. There we go. English is not my first language, folks. My first language is moron. I don't know. I'm out of jokes. It's late. Give me a break. If I had any jokes, they ran out like a half hour ago with the first cup of coffee, I think. The Ooblex releases 2 feral cats into the halls. That's awesome. All right, so we're going to keep rolling then. Rolling with the Ooblex. Then we will say when the heroes first enter the room, the Ooblex is extruding. We'll say it has created 3 simulacrums. One appears as Laura. What was his name? Malik's wife. The other 2 are... Oh, one... I'll say another is a villager named... What's the name of the villager? Give me brainstorm names for the villager, and then I will roll a die to choose whose suggestion we use. All right, so give me some names in the chat for the villager, and we're gonna pick a name for the villager. Another is a villager named something. The third is a tabby cat named. And I need names for the tabby cat. Brainstorm me some cat names as well. Give me like cat and then hyphen the names so that I know which names are for the villager and which names are for the cat. Otherwise, I might get those crossed. So give me some names down there. There we go. Bam! And we got to find out what the Ooblex is going to do with these, like the villager and Laura and the cat and crap like that. I got an idea. It could be impersonating Laura, and it could thank them for releasing her from... Oh, so when they enter the room, the Ooblex could be pretending like Laura is now back from the dead, has been released from a curse, and thanks them. And then gives them treasure. And basically wants them to leave because it doesn't want to die. It wants to trick them into leaving it alone so that it can just like leave later and go about its life as an Ooblex. I got an idea. See how excited I get when I have an idea? Because I don't get good ideas very often. I think it's a good idea. I don't know. So when I get one, I'm like, whoa, I did it. You can do it. Yeah. Oh, those are cool. Couchbane and Mouse Slayer. All right, we're going to roll some dice. Hey, Leon Burge, what up, dude? Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you can make it, buddy. Cheddar Monkey. Oh, man. We got some unpronounceable names. This is like, well, I mean, it's Dungeons & Dragons. So, in all honesty, like, it wouldn't be Dungeons & Dragons if we weren't creating names that no human being can pronounce. Because that's just that's the way the game works, apparently. So, anyway, I'm all good with that. We're gonna roll some dice. It looks like I'm gonna roll a D8. I'm gonna roll a D12. I'm gonna roll a D12, and that is the name of the villager. Will be the D12. I got a 9. All right. So, and there's no way I'm cheating because see, look, 9. So Doug, Ned, Harafter, Cameron, Philip, Cameron, Fluffball, got 2 more, Hamburger, and then Cameron the Villager. Cameron is the name of the villager. So that's the name of the villager. A villager named Cameron. Cameron, you are now solidified into my adventure. You have become immortal. You will be in this adventure that will be passed down for generations of D&D players. And there will be a villager named Cameron. And everybody will be paying homage to you from this live stream, having created a person by your own name. All right, rock and roll. And the cat. We need a name for the cat. What die should I roll for the cat? Let's do something besides a D12. Something besides a D12. What am I rolling? What die am I rolling? Don't let me down. D20. All right. Do we have that many cat names? If I get really high, we're gonna need some more cat names. I got a 6. See, there's the proof. That's how I dungeon master. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. 29 damage. Just don't even look at the dice. We got a 6. So the 6th cat name in the list. I'm gonna assume Fluffball was a cat name, even though it didn't say it. Oh, the cat is called Fenrir, so that's 1. Fluffball, Sherman, Mr. Whiskers, Ifris, and Wiggles. Cameron, you got all of them. You got both of them. You won both of them. So the cat is named Wiggles. That's awesome. I mean, with a name like Wiggles, I can just imagine him like rolling on the ground and like wiggling around and stuff like that. That's cool. Is Wiggles still here, or did he have to go? Oh yeah, Wiggles is still here. All right, Wiggles. Now you have been like immortalized in the adventure and the stream. There we go. As a cat, a tabby cat, nonetheless. Awesome. I love it. All right, role-playing the Ooblex. The Ooblex, being a very intelligent creature, does not recognize the characters when they enter the room, and assumes they are unwelcome and dangerous guests, dangerous intruders. I mean, why wouldn't it, right? The adventurers almost assuredly are going to be going into that room with their weapons drawn and covered with blood from slaughtering stuff in this dungeon. So why wouldn't it assume that's what's going on, right? So, there we go. That's logical. And it does not wish to fight them. It does not wish to fight them. Not one bit. Instead, it uses its simulacrum of Laura to pretend that the heroes have freed her. That's what my idea was. Freed her from a curse by slaying Malik. Yeah. By slaying Malik. I'm assuming they're probably going to kill him. I do not see... I cannot imagine a world in which players don't kill Malik, the evil necromancer. It could happen, and if it does, the Dungeon Master will just have to, what do they call it? Come up with something else on the fly. There's a word for that. If it weren't late at night, I'd remember the word for it. Improvise? Improvise. Haha. There we go. It does not wish to fight them, not one bit. Instead, it uses a simulacrum of Laura to pretend that the heroes have freed her from a curse by slaying Malik. It thanks them. And gives them, there we go, 2 bloodstones worth 50 gold pieces each as a thank you. As a thank you. As way of thank you. As way of thank you. The only catch I see with this, it's possible the players are going to come in and believe it, right? And they're almost assuredly going to want to escort, if they believe it, they're going to want to escort Laura outside of the temple, take her back to the village or something. And that is going to cause a problem for the Ooblex because the tether only allows the simulacrum to go 120 feet away from the Ooblex. So we need a reason for her not to leave. 120 feet's a lot. So this is what we're going to do. Laura, okay. The simulacrum... Laura wishes to stay in the temple so that she may pay her final respects to her husband, Malik, alone. She asks the players, she asks the characters to leave. Now, I didn't word this very well. This is like horribly worded, okay? I would definitely probably touch up the wording here, but it's late and my brain's not working quite so well. But that's the idea. The idea is that, you know, she wants to stay there and pay her final respects before before leaving. And so she's basically going to say, here's a couple of bloodstones as a reward. Thank you so much for freeing me from the curse. And then you can be on about your way or something like that. So that's the idea I got. I don't know how good that is, but that's what we're rolling with. Oh, a bunch of chat going on. I didn't see this. My chat was up toward the top. Laura is petting the cat and appearing to be getting served by the villager. Okay. Are you Luke Skywalker? May the Fourth be with you. Yeah, man. The druid transforms into a cockatrice. I missed something. Improv. Yep, there you go. You should set... Oh, that's a good idea, Philip. You should set an insight DC to tell if it is lying. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. We should say, if the heroes... Getting distracted. If the heroes... we'll just say... The DC for detecting the Oblex's deception is... What should it be? It's very intelligent. Let's call it a 15. We'll say the insight DC for detecting the Oblex's deception is 15. There we go. Awesome. Got it. Is there anything else we need to do with that? Any other ideas, guys? Am I missing something? Does this not make sense? Can we make this better? Help me think, because my brain is starting to get foggy because it's getting late for me. Does that make sense? Are we good with that? Are we all happy with that? F. Huber says he just got the notice that this live stream started. I don't know. Yeah, it's like YouTube is just like, let's tell people 2 hours after his live stream starts that his live stream has started. That should work. That should work just great. Name it Alejandro instead of Wiggles. No, dude. Wiggles, man. Wiggles is the cat's name. I see. Wiggles says he already has one of the bad guys named after him. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. We can take it something else. And Cameron, you won, so he says Alejandro. All right. Alejandro. Isn't there a song that includes like Alejandro as part of the song? I swear there's a song like that. We will call the villager Alejandro by request of Cameron. And Wiggles already won a bad guy named after him. So we'll change the name. Alejandro. All right. Lady Gaga, is it? Oh, okay. Lady Gaga. I listen to a lot of pop music. That doesn't surprise me. Huzzah! Seems like a hum zipper of an encounter. What does that mean? Does that mean it sucks or does that mean it's okay? What does hum zipper mean? I don't know. What does hum zipper mean? I'm going to Google it while you're explaining it to me. Hum zipper. I don't know what that means. I got hum to the... Yeah, this is what I got. I got images. Did you mean human zipper? Did you mean hip zipper? All right, I don't know. I'm assuming that means that it's okay. And I'm ready to put a fork in this stuff. So we're gonna finish that up. We kind of have our resolution here. Humdinger. Oh yeah, we have a term called humdinger. Humdinger is good, right? That's good. That's a real humdinger. That means thumbs up, right? Oh, it means it's a good thing. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome, Cheddar. Thanks, man. Thanks for the clarification. Meaning not great. Humdinger? Oh, humdinger means not great? Okay, whatever. If y'all got better ideas, drop me a line in the chat and let me know what we can do to improve this. But I'm ready to move on. I think we're kind of done with this. What are we going to call this? T12 is the Oblex chamber. And we're going to go to our map. And whoa. T12 is the Oblex chamber. It's like all ominous. Very ominous. And it doesn't fit there, but oh well. That's life. I think our map is done. I think we have our map fleshed out pretty well. I think we got all of our rooms labeled and everything. So that's pretty cool. Awesome. Our map is done. I love it. And I think we have everything in our adventure fleshed out. Are we done? Did we just finish? So Sven says humdinger is taken differently depending on where you're from. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that where I'm from, it means it's an old-fashioned expression that means good. Humfinger means not great. Yeah. Yeah, I can see. If my finger were hum, that'd probably not be good. Yeah, Wiggles, we have a way to do that. He's saying that there needs to be a way to keep the players out until the end so they don't just go in there and leave everything else. We do. Malik, the only way to open the doors to that room is by using Malik's hand. So they have to confront Malik and use his hand to open that door. That's the only thing that will open that door. And we have that detailed here at the very beginning. So I think... Whoops. Oh, crap. I don't want to do that. So I think we have that covered. I think we're good. I think we're done. We're done with this. All right, so what I want to do is, if we have that all done, then let's do a little bit of question and answer, because I like doing question and answer. And it's almost 10, but I think we can do like a half hour or something of question and answer. I think that would be cool. So the adventure is done. If you got questions, Dungeon Master questions, D&D questions, if you want to know what my cats are named, that sort of thing, drop them in the chat. Do like a big old fat hashtag question mark for questions. Zero Risk, thank you, sir, for the super chat. $10, appreciate that. Boom. Is the CA Canadian? Are you from Canada, dude? Where are you from, man? Like, where in Canada are you from? I went to Ontario. I live in Michigan, all right? So, like, everybody in Michigan goes to Ontario at least once or twice in their life. That's not abnormal. But where did I go? I went to a place in Ontario that I really liked. I'm gonna go to Google real quick. While people are thinking of questions, I'm gonna go to Google and figure out where I went to in Ontario that I liked, because I don't remember the name of the city. That's how much I liked it. I don't remember the name. It was pretty cool though. Let me see. Where was this place? Ontario is a big place. Apparently. Trying to find where it was. London. I went to London, Ontario. And it wasn't in London itself, but there was a place near London where there was like a massive Renaissance village type thing. You know, where they get like old buildings and stuff from like the early times in like Canada or America or whatever, and then they get all these old buildings and they put them into this like big massive, like, I don't know what to call it, heritage village or something like that, you know, that sort of thing. So we went. It was amazing. It was huge. So many like old buildings, and there was a blacksmith shop and schoolhouses, and just wow, it was amazing. I loved it. I love seeing that type of stuff. So that was cool. All right. I see some questions. I see some questions here. Let's answer some questions. Okay, so Wiggles says, how much honey jack is too much honey jack? I have an answer for you, Wiggles. Stand by. I have a very scientific answer that... Where did it go? Okay. I have a very scientific answer. 40. 40 honey jack is too much honey jack. All right, next question. Cameron says, have you ever watched Dungeons & Dragons the movie? Yes, and it is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Oh my gosh. It's got like cheese, and they bake the cheese, they melt the cheese, they smother it with cheese, and then they slap more cheese on it. It's a horrible movie. Wiggles, it's 3 a.m. too late for an omelet. No, dude. I have 2 sandwiches waiting for me in the refrigerator that my wife made for me. So I came home and she made like this plate with like tons of sandwiches on it for me. And I'm looking at it, I'm just like, they were so good. And I'm like, oh, if I eat all of these, I'm going to be like, during the live stream. So I only ate like a couple of them. And I got the rest waiting for me. So eat your omelet, buddy. Philip needs a good villain name. Well, you know what, dude? I'll tell you what you do if you need a villain name. What you do for villain names is you come to Google and you do fantasy name generator. And you find one of these things and you click names and you click something and it generates names and then you pick something. That's what I do. That's how I make my names. Done and done. And done again. So there you go. That's how I do it, buddy. It's life in the fast lane. I suck at name generation. Sven says, not a question. Just wanted to say thanks because your tip on showing me how to stay organized was very helpful. My last session was great because of it. Awesome, dude. That's sweet. What tip was it that I gave you? Was it that was it the OneNote video I made a while ago, or was it something else? I'm just curious. But I'm totally happy that I can help you out. Because that is what I do around here. The whole juice is helping folks out. So if I can do that, then I am fulfilling my mission. What happened to Arthur? Arthur! You're totally right. Arthur, are you still with us, dude? I know the last stream, Arthur, toward the end of the stream, he was on like his 4th gallon of something he was drinking. So, okay, cool. It was the OneNote tip. Awesome. Glad to hear it, buddy. Yeah, I made that video a while ago too. That's like an older video, but that gets it's getting a lot of traction. So apparently staying organized in Dungeons and Dragons for dungeon masters is like a difficult thing, because there are lots of people that watch that thing. So I'm glad that's useful. I mean, we could just do a tour of my OneNote real quick. I think I've done that before. It's in a video. I don't know if that's going to be super valuable, but anyway. Let's look on to another question then. Where did he go? St. Catharines, Ontario. Okay, I don't know. That's no context there. Have you heard of the line of Reaper minis called Mouselings? Well, no, I have now. Are they like little mice dudes? That sounds interesting. Reaper minis Mouselings. We have all heard of these now. Look at these. Mouselings. That's cool. That's cool. Yep, these look sweet, dude. I need to get some of these. Oh my gosh, these would be awesome. And then I make like some mouse. Oh, these are so sweet. These are cool. Oh man, that's awesome. I could have some mice attack my players. And they can be nasty with like really nasty stat blocks and stuff. Oh, that'd be lots of fun. Alright. That was a great question. That was an easy question. My answer to that was, I have now. Where we at? Cameron says, how much wood could Woodchuck chuck if Woodchuck was Chuck Norris? I mean, Chuck Norris is like is he karate or is he taekwondo? I don't know. What did he do? Was Chuck Norris a karate guy or a taekwondo guy? Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. Go to Wikipedia and we will find out. He's a martial artist. Got it. But what was he? What did he do? He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that. I love BJJ. All right, I don't know what he was. I'm not going to read the whole thing right now. That's not what do you want to call it? Productive. Oh, Michelle says, you changed my life with the OneNote thing. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really happy that was helpful for you. I know I used to have like these big notebooks that I would carry around for all my campaigns, and now all of my notes are right here in my iPad in OneNote. And it's so easy. Like, I'm on my computer, I update it, and it automatically syncs to my iPad, and my iPad goes to my game sessions with me, and I have all my information there, and it's beautiful. Wiggles says he's all over the place with the organization. I'm going to try out the mind map thing you showed. Yeah, the mind map is fun. I use that there's a campaign. I made a video on like campaign creation, and I think it was in part 2 of the campaign creation video that I showed how to use that mind map software. But I use that for like campaign creation. I'm sure it could be used for other things as well. Real question from Cameron. He says, what was your first experience with D&D like? That's a good question. So my first experience with Dungeons & Dragons was as a dungeon master in high school. I'm pretty sure I was in high school. I might have been like in middle school. But basically, I think my grandma took me to like a used bookshop somewhere near where I lived at the time. And I think it was a player handbook for Dungeons & Dragons. And here's the thing. I started reading some Forgotten Realms Dungeons & Dragons books, like the novels, back in middle school. And then when she took me to this bookstore, I saw like the player's handbook. It was a 2nd edition player's handbook. And I was like, whoa, what is this? This is weird. And I had my grandma buy it for me. And then I went home and I started reading it. And I was like, wait a second. This is a game? What the heck? Because I'd been reading the novels, okay? Ari Salvatore's, the very first Dungeons & Dragons novel was Streams of Silver by Ari Salvatore, right? The whole Drizzt Do'Urden series and crap like that. And so I'd been reading these books, and I loved the books, but I didn't know it was a game you could play. And so I got this book, this big player handbook, and I started reading it, and I'm like, whoa, this is a game? This is a game I can play? And so then I got my brother to play it with me. I gotta run this game because it's a game and I gotta run it. And so I was the dungeon master, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was just fumbling around. And so that's my first experience with Dungeons & Dragons. I was a dungeon master for my brother, but that was always like, you know, a tit for tat thing. Like, if you play D&D with me, I'll play a game that you want to play, you know. But he never really wanted to do it, and so it's kind of like, and he always wanted to play the game of life. Has anybody ever played the game of life? Wow. Worst game ever. Like, literally, all you're doing is rolling dice and moving around the board and getting junk. Like, there's no decisions. I don't know. Anyway, then I graduated on to, like, I asked some people from school to play with me, and we played for a while. So that was my first experience with Dungeons & Dragons. So very cool. Very cool. 2nd edition was what I started with. All right, more questions. More questions. Teresa says cat. I agree. Cat. I'm sure there's context there that I don't have. Mike says he seconds the OneNote tip. I used to use Evernote, but they changed the payment. You know what, dude? I actually tried to use an Evernote, but they have a thing where you can only sync your Evernote to a certain number of devices, and I think they limit it to 2 devices. And I wanted to have Evernote synced to my computer, my iPad, and my phone. And I'm pretty sure they limit you to 2 unless you pay them. And I was like, no thank you. I'm just going to use something else that's free. And so I just have never used it since I got like it installed, found that out, and I was like, that's bullcrap. Goodbye. So yeah, I bounced off from that very, very fast. But Evernote is a free, it's essentially OneNote is my understanding, having not used it much at all. But it's like a free one of it. So if you don't have OneNote. Teresa says karate. So okay, cool. So Chuck Norris was a karate guy. Awesome. You know, I should know this a little bit better. I'm like an instructor in Taekwondo, so I should probably know my martial artists a little better than I do. That's awesome. Michelle says she loves it so much. Oh, cool. Telling her friends. Definitely tell your friends. tell your friends about the videos and the channel. Let's get some more folks around here. My goal is to help people out. So the more folks that see the videos and get value from the videos and crap like that is just, that's awesome. I'm going to like break my desk with my ring. Scraping sounds. She says her laptop just died recently, lost everything, not OneNote. Yeah, totally. That's the great thing about OneNote, because like mine backs up to the cloud. So I don't have to worry about losing any of that stuff. I love that. I need more questions, guys. I only see one question down below. And the way this works is when I run out of questions, the live stream dies. So we need questions if we keep streaming. Teresa says, Mr. Norris received the Competitor of the Year award in 1968 and was the first man ever to win the World Professional Karate Championship. Awesome. Mr. Norris is also founder of the United... Yeah, dude, he is like a beast. Like, he has got some serious accomplishments in like traditional martial arts world. What makes a good plot hook? Good plot hook. All right, so a good plot hook needs to give the players a motivating reason to go on the adventure. So for those of you who are not familiar with the plot hook term, basically a plot hook is, it's what you do. You might call it like the rising, or what do you call it? The inciting event. I think that's the term I call it. Inciting action. But there's like a plot hook. And the whole idea there is that the players are just like in the world doing whatever. The plot hook is what introduces them to the adventure and piques their interest in actually wanting to do the adventure, to do the thing that you're pitching to them. And so a good plot hook should appeal to the players in a way that makes them want to do it. There are lots of different ways that you can appeal to them. Some good ones offhand are greed, right? If there's a reward, a lot of players are going to go for that. If there are things from their backstories that you can glean, then appealing to things from their backstories could be good plot hooks. For instance, let's just say that, one of the players' mothers was recently found or something, but there's something going on, blah, 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 who cares? And you're basically leveraging the player's mother in the plot hook to like tug on that player to like go do that thing. So pull things from backstories. You can use greed, rewards. You can pull on their emotions. Things like stereotypical, or not stereotypical, but it's cliched. Things like, there's the blacksmith's daughter has been kidnapped by goblins, and they're threatening to kill her if we don't blah, 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 whatever. So you can do things like that. But you definitely want to try to appeal to them to get them to go on the adventure. Otherwise, they could just ignore it and be like, I don't see a reason to even do that. So those are some thoughts about making a good plot hook. Give them a reason to go. That's the entire reason for a hook, is it hooks them and pulls them on the adventure. So you need to have a hook there somewhere. I think that's my point. Liam says, will you be doing more of the adventure creation? I'm going to be honest with you, dude. Like, the adventure creation live streams are not my favorite. I much prefer to do the question and answer ones, simply because I think that they're more valuable to folks. Like, you have questions about the game, and I can actually just directly answer a question that is immediately pertinent to you in your game that delivers you direct value. The adventure creation ones might be fun for folks and stuff like that, and we do end up with an adventure at the end of it that we could use, right? But it takes us, like, this one right here, this took us 6 streams to create this adventure, right? And there is some value in doing it because it helps, like, new dungeon masters and stuff like that to, like, see how to actually go about doing an adventure, which is one of the reasons I do it, so that you can see how somebody else creates an adventure and get an idea for doing it for yourself. So there's some value there, right? But me personally, I like doing the question and answer ones more. So I'm probably going to steer away from the adventure creation ones to some degree and have more of a preference toward doing the question and answer ones. That's just my honest answer. I like the Q&A ones better, and I think it's more valuable for folks. I think. So However, if people love the adventure creation ones and they're like, no, Luke, you're a moron. Q&A, who cares? Let's just create adventures. Then, I mean, I'm open to be persuaded otherwise. Let's put it that way. Let's see. Cheddar Monkey says, what is your opinion on a player having a secret that only the DM knows? I think that's cool. Absolutely. Why not? I think most characters probably have stuff in their backstories and their lives and whatnot that probably nobody knows. You know, the DM might know because they saw the character sheet, but I think that's fine. I would, as a dungeon master, I would be kind of careful about what that secret is. I wouldn't want it to be something that's used to screw over the other players in the party, right? Because then you can be creating, you know, actual real life situations where people get upset. So I would be careful what that is. But, and especially if you have a mature group, that stuff can be really fun and really cool, you know, and I think a lot of cool stuff can happen from that. So I think that's totally fine. I think the Dungeon Master needs to use his discretion to make sure that he is, like, you know, not going to introduce something into his game that could legitimately get people upset, which is a possibility when there are secrets, but that's my thought on that. Cameron says, what was your worst experience with Dungeons & Dragons? Do you really want to hear that story? All right, hashtag tell the story if you want to hear that story. My worst experience with Dungeons & Dragons. I'll tell the story, but only if you really want to hear it. That's like a dumb leading question. Like, why would you ask the question if you didn't want to hear it? All right, tell. Mike says tell. Tell the story. There's lots of questions going on here, too. We got lots of questions. You all are like, the live stream shall not die. We will keep this thing running with the questions. All right, Wiggles. See you later, dude. Thanks for hanging with us, man. Appreciate the company. All right, so worst D&D experience. Real quick, we'll go through this. Basically, it was with a dungeon. I was a player in a game, and the dungeon master was very much of the mentality of dungeon master versus players. It was a very, like, antagonistic game. The dungeon master was frequently doing, like, screw jobs, basically. I don't feel that he was making fair, impartial calls. There were some points where it was clear he didn't prepare very well for the sessions. He was just he got upset several times and was, like, pretty much yelling and stuff. I mean, I'm just listing out the list of complaints. And obviously this is, like, my side of the story. There's always two sides of the story. So I'm sure you get a slightly different version from different folks that were there at the time. But yeah, it was a dungeon master versus player mentality. And the game was not enjoyable. I was not having fun. My other friend was not having fun in that game. And eventually it blew up and I never went back. Now, here's the thing, though. This is the interesting part of the story. I was legitimately not having fun, right? Like, I would get all excited before the game about playing my character, and I would get there, and then I would remember, oh, that's right, this game sucks, and this is not fun at all, you know? And I kept doing that several times. I'd get excited, then I'd remember, oh, this game sucks. But my point is that I stuck through it for quite a bit of time, because my goal in playing in a bad game was to observe the things he was doing that as a player I did not appreciate and did not find fun, so that because I was a dungeon master at the same time, so that as a dungeon master I could improve my own dungeon mastering by observing those things that were not cool that he was doing. And I did learn a lot just by observing those things, you know, because when he would do things that I would not like or that were not fun to me or that maybe offended me or something. I don't know. I don't think I was offended a whole lot by that game. But I would remember that and I'd be like, oh, okay, Luke, don't do that. Don't treat your players that way. That's something that you don't do because it makes them feel X way. And so, yeah, I stuck it out for as long as I could until the final blow up. I think something happened with my webcam. It looks like my color, it went to automatic white balance. And my white balance is there. My face was totally blue. I just put some more flesh color into my face. That was crazy. It was like totally blue. So, all right, that was that. I think I answered that question. More questions. There were lots of questions here. Tactical Tokens says, in your adventure, the players need the bad guys. In your adventure, the players need the bad guy's hand to open the door. How will the players know this that they need to do? Besides guessing, ever use the 3 clues rule? Oh, we could put some clues in there. I would suspect that they're gonna guess pretty quickly that it's the main villain's hand to open the door. But you're right, we could put some clues in there. We could have something like the villain's hand has runes like tattooed on his own hand, so that when they're inspecting his body, they notice the runes on his hand, and then notice the runes on those doors, and so they can put 2 and 2 together to like do that. So yeah, you could do something like that. You could do something like the bookcase that's in Malik's room could have a book that talks about like magically enchanting doors, and there could be a passage in there that talks about the same runes and like hand opening things that are on those doors. So yes, we absolutely could plant some different clues in the adventure that would clue the players into opening it. And in all honesty, if we were like really fleshing this adventure out and doing it like a professional publication, then we would definitely want to do stuff like that, because that just adds those little details and adds that depth to the story and to the things that the players can find that make it really cool. So absolutely, that's a great idea, dude. Totally. All right. Question. What did you think from Philip? Philip, what is going on? I thought we banned you. All right, whatever. We'll answer your question just because you're cool, man. Just because it's you. What did you think of Dungeons and Dragons the first time you played? I loved it, I think. I don't remember. I have no idea. I don't remember that far back. I'm pretty sure I had fun. I'm pretty sure I loved it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be here today. Like, I hated it. I hated it for years. And I still hate it. I think it was cool. I'm pretty sure I liked it. Question. Your minis on Facebook stories, did you print yourself or buy? And what do you think of 3D printing tiles? Okay, so most of the minis that you see, I do not buy pre-painted minis. I have a handful of pre-painted minis, and I don't use them very often. I think that the pre-painted minis are pretty bad. Like they're made in China, they're painted in China in basically sweatshops, and they usually have 2 or 3 colors, and they're really bad. So I have this strong loathing of these cheap miniatures, the pre-painted cheap miniatures that, like, I think, who makes those things? Probably like WizKids or something. They're just so bad. I don't know. That's my thing. So I paint my minis myself. Yes. So most of the miniatures that you see in my stories or in some of my videos, I've painted myself. Some of them were painted by my players. I do have a few players that paint their own minis. And so a lot of the PC minis, actually, I should say most of the PC minis are painted by my players. Some of my players are very, very good painters. Others of them are just learning, you know. But the villains, all the bad guys you see in my stories on Facebook or the stories on Instagram were painted by me. So I paint all my minis. And most of them are Reaper Bones minis. Or they're from the board games. What are they called? Wrath of a Chardalon. I have them on my bookcase. Like, if you look at my videos, my backdrop of my videos are the 2 board games where I got a lot of my minis from. Wrath of a Chardalon and The Legend of Drizzt. You get crap loads of minis in those board games, and they're fairly good quality. And it's cheap. It's $50 for a board game, and you end up with like 40 miniatures. And some of them are large. So they're really, really good deals for getting miniatures for cheap. But yeah, painted them myself. That's the answer to the question. With a tirade about why I don't like the cheap painted miniatures that you can buy. I'm like a miniature paint snob. I'm by no means an excellent painter, but I have standards. We'll just say that. All right. Another question. Can we change your mind on not doing adventure creation streams? I find them very valuable, like maybe a poll. Yes, absolutely. I'm open to my mind being changed. We should do a poll on that. Absolutely. I should do a poll. I'm going to make a note. Poll. All right, I'll do a poll. I'll do a poll in a couple places. Maybe I'll do a poll on Twitter. No, I don't know if people are following me on Twitter a lot. I can do a poll in YouTube on like the community tab to see like what the demand is for the adventure creation streams. So and then we'll get a gauge for what people like doing, because if people love these things and find them fun, then who am I to deny them their pleasures, right? And we'll keep doing them. So yeah, I'm open to being convinced otherwise. That's probably true about most things that I say or believe. Let's see. Liam says, why not have mini streams to create useful NPCs or situations to help folk use in their game as a starter? Yeah. Okay, that's a good idea. So he likes the adventure creation stuff as well. Okay, man. That's fair. That's a good idea too. I like that. Those are good ideas. We should do, in that poll, we can also, people can comment about the things, or you can leave comments here or stuff like that. I would leave a comment after the stream is over, maybe, so that it actually shows up and I can see it. Where could you let me know? Where could you can send me a direct message on Instagram or Twitter. It's just, I'm the DM Lair, about different ideas that you have for live streams. Like, I definitely want to do things that you guys find valuable, that are fun for you. I mean, I hope that some of this crap is entertaining to some extent, but also valuable to you. And so if we're doing things in the live stream that you guys find valuable, that are helpful to you, that help you run better games, give you ideas, inspiration, and crap like that, then those are the things that I want to be doing for sure. So let's make sure we're doing those things. So yeah, give me ideas and let me know what you find useful for sure. All right. Silverman. Okay, that's not a question. What is your top 3 favorite monsters in D&D? Mind flayers are cool. What else? What else do I like? Kobolds. Kobolds. There is no group of mine that doesn't encounter kobolds. There's a bunch of double negatives for you. Every D&D group that I run encounters kobolds sooner or later. I love kobolds. Mind flayers are awesome. Kobolds are awesome. What else do I like? I don't know. Slotty are pretty cool. What else do I like? There's something. Hags. I love hags. Green hags are cool. Those are fun. I like that stuff. That stuff's really cool. Yeah. I think those are some ones that come to my mind when I think about it. But like, dude, seriously, like, I crap you not, man. Like, if I just open up the or the Monster Manual or Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes and just start reading through there, like, almost every monster I read, I'm like, that's cool. I want to use that monster in the game. Like, so I think a lot of them are really awesome. So, yeah, it's hard. It's so hard to pick a favorite. It's like I have. Which cat is my favorite cat? I don't know. The one with the bald belly? The one that rolls around on the ground? The one that like follows me around the house everywhere? I don't know. Make a cat monster. Do you have a favorite player, and can you tell us why? Oh, that's interesting. Now I gotta pick my favorite player. I think I do. I think I probably do have at least some players that I like more than others. And why do I like them? I think it's because like they just bring something to the game environment that just benefits the game. And when they're not there, you just know they're not there. And something is missing from the game. Like the quality of the game isn't as good. You know, it's not because they're like good players. They're not even like, they haven't even been necessarily been playing for super long. They've been playing long enough with me now. But like, It's not because they're veteran players or something. It's just they bring something to the game table that just overall improves the experience for everybody. So that's, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. There's not like a defining thing that makes the player like a good player, right? It's just this overall thing, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's an intangible. It's an intangible character quality. I don't know if that's a satisfying response, but that's the best I got. Mike says that he's also stuck it out in a bad game to see how bad it can get. To see how bad it can get and how it finally implodes and what happens at the end of it. That's awesome. Michelle says, I learned a lot from watching the whole process instead of just being told how it's done. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that's valuable. Well, you guys are all convincing me to do more of these things now. So Philip loves the creation streams. Awesome. I'm glad you like that, dude. Question. Sven says, have you ever let a player do a one-shot in a world you are currently running? I did it once and it went okay. They spoke with me beforehand and we made it not influence my planned story. Yeah, in a world I'm running. I've not specifically have they done a one-shot in a world that I'm running. They actually, I have one player in one of my groups that was a DM for a while for us. I was like taking a break as I was getting a new campaign around for them to run. And it was in his own world that he created. So it wasn't my world that I was running it in. It's just Forgotten Realms, so it's not. But he ran for us, yeah. And I don't really worry about like interrupting the planned story and stuff a whole lot. I would just tell him, just don't have your one shot interact at all with my planned story, or like it's fine if it does, and then we'll just go from there as long as it doesn't derail something, some adventure or something. I don't know. I think I'd be flexible with that sort of thing because I don't actually have like I don't have a planned story really for my campaigns. I think my campaigns are more like I create a situation and then the players need to figure out how they deal with that situation. So here's this dungeon over here. Here's this bad guy that's doing these things that are horrible. Now, what do you guys all do? And that's the situation. I don't know what that story is going to be. I don't have a plan for how things are going to go. The players need to figure out how they approach that situation and deal with that situation. Usually it involves storming the dungeon and killing the bad guy, because that's just how my players think. But it doesn't necessarily have to. I'd be open to different solutions to that if they were so inclined. So yeah, I don't know. There's some thoughts for you. Discord. Yeah, there's a link down below to the Discord. Check out the Discord. Join me on Discord, folks. Liam is promoting our Discord, I guess. Can Tabaxi be rogues? I got a better question for you, Cheddar. Can Tabaxi be anything except rogues? Tabaxi are perfect for rogues, in my opinion, and I would absolutely 100% make a Tabaxi rogue. Cameron says, what do you think about using Doppelganger? I want to put a spy into a party, but I don't want to jar the players too much because one is new to the game. I looked at Doppelganger and I didn't think where is Doppelganger? What module or what book is that in? Because I'm pretty sure I looked at Doppelganger. It might be in Mordecai's Tome of Foes or something. I forget. There's a player option for Doppelganger. I'm pretty sure I looked at it and wasn't too concerned about it balance-wise. I don't know. I don't think it should be a problem. It wouldn't be a problem for me and my groups, is what I can say. I would use your discretion for your own groups, though. I mean, if it's a balanced race that another player could play, or are you talking about having? You're probably talking about using a doppelganger as a monster, as a creature, as a villain, and having it as a spy in the party. You could do that. That's legitimate. I don't see any problem with that. I mean, that's just a thing. You know what I mean? I don't know why that would. I don't know why that would be a problem for a new player. It's just part of the game. So, Oh, Liam is saying use the Discord for polls and comments. Oh, you're totally right, dude. Absolutely, I should do that. I have a big Discord with a bunch of people in it. And I'm like, how do I get people's opinion on things? I should use the Discord. I'm intelligent. Philip says, do you think Everplay should try to DM? Do you think everyone should try to DM? Is that the question? Clarify. And why? Oh, do you think every player should try to DM? Should is a strong word. Should is a very strong word. I think it would probably be beneficial for players to give a try at DMing for two reasons. One, they might like it, and the world always needs more dungeon masters, because without dungeon masters, then D&D doesn't happen, right? Someone's got to run the game. So I think players, it would be beneficial for them to give it a try to see if they like it. They might enjoy it, and you'll never know if you like it unless you try it, right? And you might be really good at it too. And the other reason I think they should try it is that dungeon mastering and being a dungeon master, even if you don't like it and are like, no, I'd rather be a player, it will definitely give players a more of an understanding of the work that a dungeon master does and the job that he has and how difficult it is. So, like, when I'm a player, since I'm a dungeon master and I know all of the junk that goes on for a dungeon master, I give my dungeon masters so much, like, what do you want to call it? Like, respect and grace is the word. Grace. Because I know how hard it is. If a dungeon master screws something up and does something wrong or blah, 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 whatever, grace, man. Grace. Because I know how hard it is. And I respect the job and the role. And so I'm not gonna hold little dumb things against him, because, like, it's hard. I get it. I've done it before. And so I think it would be beneficial for players to dungeon master a little bit so they can understand it more, and then they'll have more respect and stuff, and they'll understand what goes behind it. So they'll probably be more forgiving and understanding of dungeon masters when they, like, screw things up, because, like, dungeon masters do a lot of work, and the role and all of the responsibilities and everything that you're doing is a lot, and so it's really easy to screw things up. You know what I mean? Because you're doing so much stuff. So yeah, I think it would be beneficial. Oh yeah, Liam's like, plug the Discord. So for newcomers, there is a Discord link down in the description. You can join us. Basically, the Discord has dungeon masters in it. There are new dungeon masters. There are veteran dungeon masters. Probably some of the people are just D&D players that are just kind of hanging out and enjoying the camaraderie. So feel free to join us. It's a super positive community. I got 2 sheriffs in town on the Discord that make sure inappropriate bullcrap and ruffians are weeded out of there. Positive community of people helping each other out. That is what we're going for in the Discord. So if that is your thing, if you're looking for that, join us in the Discord. Link below. All right. Zero Risk says, question. Is it okay to add or mod an existing world, Forgotten Realms? Absolutely. Do that up. So the moment, thank you, Tactical Tokens, for linking the Discord. Appreciate that. The moment, like, you decide I'm running my game in the Forgotten Realms, that becomes your world. Okay? Think of it as a fork. So if you're a software developer, like, if you fork, I should probably not be describing this. This is probably, advanced technical topics are not within the scope of this live stream. But basically what you want to do is you want to, Forgotten Realms exists, you create an instance of that game world for you and your campaign. And the moment you begin using it, it becomes yours. Modify it as you see fit. Change things as needed. Okay? And this is actually a very good precedent to set and explain to your players. Look at you guys. I run in Forgotten Realms. I run in Dark Sun. I run in whatever it is. But my game world isn't necessarily the same as canon. Okay? And so you might find things that are different. And you might not assume that everything is as you would find it in the Wikipedia. However, that said, running in an established game world is really beneficial because if a player is creating his character and he wants a backstory or something, he could just go to the Wikipedia and get general information about the world to help him craft his backstory or whatever. And so I think that's one of the benefits of running in an established game world. The other thing too is that for me, running in an established game world saves me a lot of work. Somebody else has already done that work, and all I got to do is read about it. And since I read tons of Forgotten Realms books, I am immersed in that lore and in that world anyway, just because my leisure reading and stuff like that. So, but answer to the question is 100% yes. Make it your own. Cheddar Monkey says, I want to DM, but I'm afraid I don't have the aptitude for it. You don't need aptitude, man. All you need is the desire to give it a shot. And here's the thing, dude. Like, I think sometimes we're like, we have too high of an expectation, right? Of you gotta be awesome to be a dungeon master. You gotta be like Matt Mercer to be a dungeon master. No, dude. Like, seriously. Like, lots of players, all they want to do is get around, eat junk food, hang out with friends, have some camaraderie, and play the game. You know, you don't have to run the world's best game. Just run a game that they have fun playing. I think that we imagine sometimes that the bar is way up here and that we're never going to get there, so we might as well never try. I don't think the bar is that. I think that we imagine the bar is really high. But I think players are probably a little more understanding. And like, a lot of players don't want to be dungeon masters. They just want somebody else to do it. And they're going to be okay with a mediocre game. You know what I mean? Like, I think that that's perfectly acceptable. You know what I mean? I would not worry too much about having to be super great. And the other thing, too, is that, like, dude, you will never be good at anything unless you start doing it. And then through consistent doing it, you get better and better at it, right? Nobody starts anything doing it well. I should say almost nobody. There are, like, crazy geniuses that do. But, like, nobody just jumps in to something and is great at it. You know, it takes time and practice and effort and learning to get good at it. So the first time you dungeon master, you probably aren't going to be that good, right? But you stay persistent at it and you get better. And just tell your players, hey guys, guess what? This is my first time dungeon mastering, and I don't know what I'm doing. So cut me some slack, and we'll all kind of work through this together, and I'll get better, and we'll have fun, you know, and get feedback from them, find out what they like and what they don't like, and all that kind of stuff so you can continue growing. The name of the game is continuous improvement, right? So there you go. There's my little speech. Give it a shot. Give it a try, dude. It's not that bad. Question. Cameron says we're gonna get through our questions here, and then we're calling it a day, guys, because my voice is running out and I want to eat my sandwiches. That is the determinant of ending the live stream. How hungry I am and how much I want to eat my sandwiches. So there's like a sandwich meter, and as the hunger increases, the sandwich meter goes higher and higher. And when the sandwich meter hits the top, then the live stream ends and I go eat my sandwiches. So there we go. That's how it works around here, folks. Cameron says, have you ever taken the rule of cool too far and regretted it? And did you fix it or let it go? I am not a believer in the rule of cool. I usually don't let the rule of cool influence my stuff a whole lot. However, that said, there have been times where I ignored that position and just went along with it. There have been times that a player has just said something that was just absolutely outlandish and got me laughing my butt off, and I was like, whatever, fine, you can do it. Just because it had me laughing. But I usually don't go with the rule of cool, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it necessarily. I think that this is just, it's one of those individual, like, dungeon master things, you know? Like, some dungeon masters, it's all about the rule of cool, and that's the game they run. Other dungeon masters, it's more like, no, the game's going to be a little more realistic and grounded, okay? And so, and I think that I tend to run more of that sort of game, where it's less like Rule of Cool, and it's more like this is an actual real living world, and things make sense in it. So I get that idea sounds really cool, but there's no way that could possibly work or happen. And so I think if there's like a meter, I'm probably tending more toward that not cool side, but I also am pretty good natured. And so if you can get me laughing with some crazy thing you came up with, my meter can go bam all the way over to the Rule of Cool in like a heartbeat. So I'm always open to being convinced otherwise, So, but that's my take on it. I don't know. It's possible my players have an entirely different take on it. They might think that I am a Rule of Cool guy. I just don't think I am. I don't know. I have no idea. But this is just my own personal stance, right? There are some things there are some things that we do that we hold to as Dungeon Masters where we're like, no, this is like unnegotiable. This is the right way. And there's a very few things that are the right way. For instance, killing characters to try to resolve player problems, that's in this hand right here. Killing characters to resolve player problems will never help your game. Okay? And so that's like one of those unnegotiable things. But most things are in this big, huge area of what works best for you, right? And I think the Rule of Cool lies in that area. And it's just personal preference, player preference, and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. There's my disposition lecture, discord, dexposition. I don't know. There's a word that describes what I just did. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what? The only thing I've ever regretted, Cameron, the only thing I have ever regretted in dungeon mastering are some times that I said no to my players. That's the truth right there. And there are 2 times I can think of right now where I told my players no. They wanted to do something, and I said no. And then I regretted it. Now, I'm not trying to say that you should never say no. There's a time and a place for no. But the lesson that I learned was that don't just be like a hardcore no. Instead, if there's something they want to do and you think the answer should be no, ask them instead, okay, you want to do X, how would you do that? Give your player an opportunity to explain how his character would go about doing it. And if he has a reasonable, rational explanation, then be open to being convinced otherwise, right? And I think that's what I learned from that. And I think both of those times that they wanted to do a thing and I said no, I later went back and I was like, that was stupid, Luke. You should have let them do that. One of the times was there was a stone door that revolved on a pivot, and the player wanted to jam that stone door so that it couldn't open. And I said no. And I think that was dumb. Afterwards, I was like, that's so stupid. There are lots of different ways that you could jam that door, that stone door, so it couldn't open. And it was just a dumb response on my part. Okay. The second thing that I regretted is I had a player who he wanted to use his reaction. So when an enemy moves away from you, you can use your reaction to do an opportunity attack. Okay. He had a player, another character was moving away from him, and he wanted to use his reaction to grapple that player. So that there was an enemy that was trying to pull that character away and do something bad to him, and he wanted to use his reaction to grapple him and hold him close to him. And I said no, and I think that was stupid. I should have said yes. I should have allowed him to do that. So those are the two instances. Those are the 2 things that come to my mind that I regret. And so and you learn from that crap. That's the thing. You make mistakes, and spoilers. People are posting spoilers. So you make mistakes, as a dungeon master, and you learn from them. That's the only thing you can do. You can't rewind time, and you can't make things right. I mean, you probably could talk to the players or something, but you have to learn from that stuff and get better. That's all you can do. So those are 2 of my regrets as a dungeon master, and those aren't big things, right? Those are the little things. But I think it's the little things like that that are important, because those little things, if I'm constantly saying no to things that really they should be able to do, those little no's add up and become a mountain. and that mountain crushes your game, right? And then they're just like, well, our dungeon master says no to everything. He's always saying no. This game sucks. And so those little things are important, right? There we go. Next question. Sandwich meter is rising. The sandwich meter is rising. Just letting you know. What about Goliath Rangers? I don't know. I think it's fine. Why not? If I allow Goliath in my games and I allow Rangers, I don't know why offhand that I would not allow Goliath Rogues. Oh, you said Rogues. Yeah, Goliath Rogues. What we got? Michelle says Luke for president. Awesome. I need like a big war fund. I need like you need lots of money these days to run for president, and like political connections and all that kind of stuff. I will just settle for being the president of my YouTube channel. I think that's probably good enough. Philip says you shall not eat. This is a joke. Eat you food. Okay, buddy. My sandwich meter just went up. Sandwich meter is getting high. Have you seen Avengers Endgame? Yes, I have. That's all I will say about that. While I shed a tear. You should see it. It's a movie. You should see it. If I say anything else, I'm probably going to spoil it for people. All right. What kind of sandwich? I don't know what they are. My wife made them. They tasted good. That's all I needed to know. I think there was meat in there. There was probably cheese in there. And it was probably grilled. That is the extent of my knowledge. I saw food. I put it in my mouth. It went into my belly. And my belly was happy. So that's all I needed to know. I didn't even bother for a perception check with that. Do you remember the game Fate I talked about last stream? I remember people talking about Fate, and I'm sure it was you. Oh, okay. He says it's a system that's based on player want to do X and the GM is okay how. Yep, that sounds cool. Zero Risk wants to know if he won the contest. I don't know who won the contest. I have no idea who won the contest. No idea at all. Should we just pick the contest winner live on the stream? That would be fun. We should do that. That's a good idea. Let's just pick the contest winner live on the stream right now. I like that idea. That's a great idea. Let's go do this. Where's the link? Where's the link? Where's the link to the contest? Yeah, there was a contest. Oh, okay. All right. So this contest was open to anybody in the live stream tonight. So if you're here now and you did not hop onto the contest, then I'm going to give you a little bit of time here to sign up for the contest. Basically, there's a link down in the description where you enter the contest. It's pretty obvious. There are big arrows. No, there are 2 red flags that tell you how to enter the contest. Click that link. You got to put in the secret password. The password that we mentioned in the stream was taunt the DM. I just put it into the chat. You put that password in there and it enters you into the contest. And then all you need to do is, if you want to get extra entries, what you can do is, what do you want to call it? You can sign up for my email list, and that'll get you extra entries, and that's it. And then I will draw a contest winner. So I'll give you a few minutes to do that or something. Thank you, Tackle Tokens. He dropped a link to that contest in the stream. I'm actually going to use that link so that I can go to it. Ha ha! Here is the giveaway. That's the giveaway. And look at that. There are 120 total entries. It says 25 hours left. No. There is about 5 minutes left to this contest, ladies and gentlemen. One person is going to win some of these awesome rad tokens. And there are 2 ways to enter. That's awesome. All right, cool. Enter, guys. Do we have any questions? Do we have another question I can answer before we stop here? Give me a question. Oh, I got a message. I'm just looking at my phone. I'm looking at my messages on my phone. Philip says, Luke 1, I'm calling it now. What is that? What is going on? My stories just came up all of a sudden. It started playing to me. What is that? That's weird. Are you guys done yet? Oh, my wife sent me a message. She says, "Te estás congelando en la pantalla." She says I'm freezing up on the screen. She sent that to me like at 8:30. Yep, we got that fixed. All right, folks, enter the contest. We're gonna do the giveaway. We're gonna do a drawing of the giveaway. I should do this every time. This is actually a good idea. Like at the end of the stream, we draw the winner of the giveaway. Because I want to start doing. I think what I'm going to do is possibly do giveaways every live stream, because I think that's cool. And I got crap to give away. Actually, what I want to do too is I need someone who can make custom dice. Because what the idea of what I want to do is, and people have these things, but like the highest pip, like the 20. I want the 20 to be my DM Lair dragon logo. And the same thing for the other dice. And so I need a dice maker who can make an entire set of dice from D4 to D20 with the highest pip number being my DM Lair logo. So I'm looking for someone that can do that, because I want to start giving that crap away in like giveaways. And I have some of these tokens to do a giveaway on. And yeah, so I want to start doing some more giveaways during the streams, because I think that's fun. You all are like, this is Friday night, right? Friday night, and you all are like hanging out in a D&D stream instead of doing whatever other people do on Friday nights. And so winning free crap, I think, is a good way to recompense you all for your time. Yeah, I would be interested. Drop me. So you guys, if you have recommendations of places that can hook me up with custom logo dice, go to my Discord if you would, and just throw me some links to those places. I would appreciate that. You guys, you're killing me. You got to get into this contest. I'm not going to... So at 11 o'clock, you have 5 minutes to enter the contest. The link is right up there. Tactical Tokens dropped it. And the secret word is taunt the DM. That's it. That's it. You have until 11. You have 5 minutes, and we're drawing the contest winner. So Pokemon, get rockin'. E-Manny, let's go. Rock and roll, you guys. Get this going. We're drawing the contest winner. Woo! We're going to win some tokens. I like these tokens. I use these at conventions because I don't have to carry all my miniatures with me. I love miniatures. But it's a pain in the butt to carry them to conventions with me. And so these little tokens, these tactical tokens, are so easy and convenient to use, as opposed to like big miniatures and crap. And also, I spend hours painting my miniatures, and so I'm kind of afraid also that somebody might steal my miniatures or something, which is like any person who plays Dungeons and Dragons or any sort of miniature game knows the effort that goes into painting miniatures. And so like whoever steals miniatures is like some cold-hearted person that deserves horrible things to happen to them, because that's like, it's not the cost of the mini, it's the time you spend painting the thing. Oh, was there a question? Oh, Cheddar Monkey says, how do you put traps without PCs knowing they're there? They're hidden. I mean, the traps are in walls or something, or they're in the floor. The mechanisms are all behind the walls or floor, and then there's some exit point or something. So there might be little holes that a dart shoots out, or there might be a larger hole that flame comes out of, or on the floor there is like tiny holes that the spikes come up through. And they might have like filled the holes in with some sort of putty that makes them invisible or makes them hard to see, so that the holes are filled in with putty, but when the spikes come up, it just pushes the putty aside, and then it hits the players in the feet. A pit trap is just like, it could just look like a normal floor, but there's a hinge or there's a pivot point that it turns on and then drops people in. And so those are common ways that you would like hide traps, I think. All right, you got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes, and we're drawing the winner of the contest. And I'm looking at the number of people on the stream, and like we just had a couple people join us, and so now they're going to be like, "What? There's a contest. How do I sign up for it?" You got 2 minutes. I saw another question. Where did that? Cameron says, "What is your favorite first encounters for new players?" Kobolds. Kobolds. Every day of the week. I love kobolds.
And I do these like voices for them, and everybody loves my kobold voice. And so this is what I do. They like come up, and usually they don't try to fight them. They want to converse with them and talk with them and threaten them.
And I'm losing my voice, so I can't actually do that for any longer. I always do kobolds. I love kobolds. They're almost the first thing players encounter in my games. 2 minutes. Liam says, final question, do you use random world encounters with your players? And what's been the most unusual encounters? Yes, I do. I use random encounters. They're random encounters that I usually generate before the game begins. I usually don't generate them on the fly. The most interesting one that I came up with, I did generate on the fly. I was probably using Kobold Fight Club, and it gave me 4 Cyclops, and I think it was 2 Tyrannosaurus Rexes. And so I was like, how does this make sense? And so I had the Cyclops. The Cyclops were like, they had the T-Rexes as like pets or like animals or something, and they had chains around their necks and stuff. And the Cyclops released the T-Rexes at the party to attack them in an ambush, and then they stood back from afar, and I think they were throwing rocks at them or something. But basically, the Cyclops were using the T-Rexes as pets or as like attack dogs or something, basically, and that's what it was. And that was a really weird combination, but that's how we did that. So, all right, we are getting ready to draw the winner. So I'm gonna go to my Gleam interface behind the screen here, and we are going into the tactical tokens giveaway, and we're gonna roll this bad boy. Now, I know we got some international folks, but it's in the rules. This is open to people in the U.S. because I can't ship international. Sorry. So I'm going to draw the winner, but if you're not from the U.S., then I can't do it for you. I apologize if that affects you. Let's see. We got to find the winner. We're going to it. It's 11 o'clock. We're done. We're going to draw the winner. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, dude. I apologize, but I can't do international shipping. It's not just the cost involved, it's customs and all of that paperwork. I used to be in logistics, and I can't deal with that stuff. It's complicated, and paperwork, and the cost of shipping internationally and all that kind of stuff. So I can't do that stuff. I do apologize. So here we go. We're gonna draw the winner. Are you guys ready? Give me a drum roll. When I'm like super famous and have a huge channel and I can get that all figured out, then I will gladly give stuff to people internationally. But for right now, it's a problem. I know that Tactical Tokens, I believe, had some issues with international shipping for tokens. The guy that made these tokens was trying to send them to his Kickstarter backers overseas, and my understanding is there were big customs problems that he had to resolve and deal with. And so I don't want to mess around with that stuff. So sorry. All right, here we go. Here we go. Roll that bad boy. Picking the winner, drawing the winner. And we're drawing one winner. The winner is... It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's totally a nightmare. You see how I did that? I'm about ready to click draw, and then I shot over here to make a comment, just increasing the tension. All right, now I'm clicking it. Drawing? Emmanuel Rios from Houston, Texas. Taunt the DM. You, sir, are the winner. E-Manny. Oh, I think you're in the stream still. Yeah, he is. E-Manny, dude, you won. Congratulations. All right, dude, what do you want to say? What do you want to say to everybody? What is your thank you speech? We need your thank you speech, buddy. Give us your thank you speech. Or something. I want to thank the little people. I want to thank everybody who made this possible tonight. All right, so here's the deal, dude. I will email you. You're going to get an email from Luke at the DM Lair. And I will email you for your address where you want me to ship these bad boys, and I will get these out the door to you. And you will have yourself some tactical tokens. There you go. Rock and roll. Rock and roll, hoochie coo. It's late. I should not be singing. I have the world's worst singing voice. So we are not going there. So, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are finished. The stream is coming to a close. This has been fun. Thank you for joining me. We will be doing this again in 2 weeks. 2 weeks on a Friday is the plan. You will get notifications. You'll probably get a stupid video Friday morning to remind you of it, just like you did today and whatnot. So thank you for joining me. Thanks for supporting the channel and hanging out. This has been awesome. Singing Kobold. I will sing in Kobold some other day. My voice is shot. So thanks, everybody. And until next time, let's play D&D. That's my closing. Stop streaming. Goodbye. Goodbye.